honk.
And as always, the honk will lead them. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to 11/11/25, by which I mean November 11th, 2025. It is 1 p.m., so it's actually, what is that, 11/11/25, 65 hut. Anyway, good to see everybody. Welcome. I am super excited to have you all here and to have us as we continue with our game book playthrough of Lost in the Dark, illustrated by the incomparable TariToons. But before we get there, just a couple of reminders about ways to support our channel. If you have not done so already, please follow the channel. If you have not done so already, let's see. I just saw the note that you sent, Echo, and I will deal with that later today. It might be a lot later today because I got a lot going on today, but I shall check what you have sent, and thank you. Thank you in general terms. I won't get into details now, but thank you so much. I appreciate it, Echo. Thank you. Okay, so, but yes, ways to support the channel. If you haven't done so, please follow our channel. Please check out our YouTube with !ARV2 and subscribe to me over there. Discord is !ARVCord. Blue Sky, !ARVSky. Website, arvineleron.com. Financially, !ARV Shop is the merchandise area. Cool swag for yourself, cool stuff for the channel. Patreon is !ARVTreon. We're trying to get that number into triple digits. Again, you can get cool stuff for yourself and for the channel. Subscribing to the channel is always appreciated. Get those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch. And by the way, I have a special little promotion going on. So Twitch has this new beta program that they're trying out where they give people a certain amount of promotional hours. And they use those promotional hours to be able to give different channels, individual channels, some things. So I have 70 hours of promo time that has been given to me, and I've used 11 hours of it today for the following purpose. We have a limited time discount, which is that you get 35% off 5 or more T1 gift subs. So if you do, if you send a gift sub, like a gift pack, you'll get 35% off that 5 gift sub pack, which I think is kind of cool. It's just neat that they give these kind of promotional avenues. I think that's kind of a cool thing. And they even, like, I'm just looking right now, they show you, so like a 5 gift sub thing would normally be $30, it's now $20. 10 subs would be $60, it's now $38, and so on and so on. So anyway, that's very cool. They have that option available there, and you can actually see that if you're watching on, I don't know if it's on mobile, but definitely on the desktop, I can see it right there, that they've added below it. So that's very cool. Yeah, definitely consider jumping on board with that, since that ability is there. I also want to point out that we are only now about 72 followers away, if I'm doing my math properly, from 6,900 followers and the nice 00 follower count. So I think that's always a positive thing. So yeah, just a couple of notes about those sorts of things. On the publishing front, !Icarus, our graphic novel from Athos Arts, !Library, my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library, that's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment, and Greyshade. Now there's big news on that, !Greyshade. There's a couple of really big things there. First of all, Greyshade Renegade Heretic, as always, the Athos Arts published trilogy, my Grey Assassin trilogy, award-winning, critically acclaimed, available at that link. But also, the audiobooks I've been telling you about by Tren. So Tren did the Greyshade audiobook. You can get there right now. You can get that right now at this link. Also, the Renegade audiobook is coming out very soon. That is all in finals. It's all done, basically, and so it just has to be posted. So that should be coming out very, very soon. Tren did a wonderful job on Renegade. I was super honored and excited and everything to be listening to it. It was really great. So there's that. And then Heretic will be coming soon beyond that. So definitely go check that out if you want to consume your books in audio form with our very own Trent Sparks. And the other big news is the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade. So I am very happy to announce, I mentioned this before during the Eberron stream on Saturday, but Brandon O'Brien, the designer of this game, which is coming out from Alligator Alley Entertainment, is going to be at PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia. He is going to be there running demo days of Greyshade. So he's going to be in the demo days section, and he's going to be demoing Greyshade for people for basically each of the days. He's going to be there for a couple-hour slot each time, and I will be there for part of that time. I'm going to be there on Sunday, so I will be joining him for part of that time as well. So it's going to be him demoing. I will be there too on Sunday, the 23rd of November, because this is coming up. It's basically, PAX Unplugged starts 2 weeks from this Friday. So that's very cool. And yeah, that's big news that he now has dates and times and all that stuff arranged as well. So that's very cool. So you can pre-order that game coming from Alligator Alley at that exclamation point Gray Shade link as well. And as always, exclamation point BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Exclamation point Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And exclamation point Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And send the message will do so for others in that situation in the future. Quick note here as I turn my camera on. Hi, everybody. Quick note on schedule. You can see that it's gotten a little colder out here in the Northeast. Just before I bring Tari on, a couple of quick notes, which is on schedule. I've got this going on right now, the Lost in the Dark game book illustration stream. Then at 4 p.m. Eastern, I will be over on GogCom's Twitch channel, and I will be doing Pen and Pixels and doing the more of Strange Antiquities. So I'm excited to get back into that game. Very interesting game that I started last week. And then I'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern with the amazing Our Vocalists voicing more Citizen Sleeper 2. So we've got a very eventful Tuesday coming up for you. Also want to mention, this has just been announced. I announced it literally about, I guess, an hour ago. And that is that we have an event coming up Thursday night. And actually, let me rename that. Writing event. Okay, good. And that is this event, which is happening this coming Thursday. Let me just make sure that that's actually placed the right way so that you can all see it. Great. Here we go. Right here, you can see it. And that is, we have an event coming up called, which is a writing discussion that draws basically from the stuff that we did at CanCon and elsewhere. And that will feature two Canadian writers, Primi Mohammed and Brandon Crilly, both of whom should be familiar to people who have been on this channel. And Valerie Valdez also should be familiar to folks who have watched stuff on this channel. And then me, I mean, you know, that Gregory Wilson guy who you may be familiar with if you watch this channel at all. So they're going to be on my channel with a panel discussion called Crossing the 49th, Canadian and American Authors Talk Shop. So we're going to be talking about the state of publishing, especially genre publishing, I imagine, from the perspective of American and Canadian writers. And we're going to be having that discussion coming up on Thursday, November 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern. So I'm super excited for that. Yeah, I can't wait to basically get a chance to talk to everyone about how awesome this is. So Crossing the 49th, Canadian and American Authors Talk Shop. That discussion will be happening 9 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, the 24th of November. So literally 2 weeks from this Thursday. So I hope you folks will be able to make it. Very excited for that discussion. And yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting. And it hopefully is one of several events that we're going to maybe be able to start doing based upon, you know, some of the discussions that I had at CanCon with some folks. I think it might be useful. Okay, so that's the deal with that. But right now, we have got our amazing TariToons doing our game book illustration stream. And so I'm going to unmute myself so Tari knows that we are ready to go. And then I am going to unmute her. And last but certainly not least, I'm going to go over to reveal to you. Now that's the cover, but this is Tari's amazing artwork. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hi Tari, how are you?
Hi, thank you very much, first of all. I'm doing better. Sorry about last week. I was hit by the plague.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
why you always got to be hit by the plague? I don't know why, you know, like the plague needs to lay off, man.
It's because I'm just too much into medieval history. So
exactly. They're like, you need to know every step of it. Hey, also congratulations, by the way, because without getting into the weeds, my understanding is that there was actually some good political news in the Netherlands, in your neck of the wood recently, where the far right parties, if I'm understanding this correctly, kind of screwed up and overplayed their hand and actually lost ground in local elections. Is that?
Oh God, that's a thing that happened. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
It was like, oh no, we have elections. And then I didn't hear anything anymore. Who won? I forgot who won.
I don't remember the details except that I know they said it was, quote, a rebuke to the far right Geert Wilders guy.
Yeah, I mean, like that was a whole thing. But like not just him, it was also like a different party. Where who is currently wait, is that article? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I just like saw. I never actually looked up the results, and considering that I didn't hear anything, that means probably good stuff.
Right.
Afterwards, so
Yeah, I saw a couple of days because
yeah.
it was a discussion about sort of like the repudiation of fascism worldwide. We had some good elections here that was doing sort of the same thing. So it's part of my own belief
Yeah,
about
see, I heard more about the mayor election in New York than I heard about like
yeah.
the fucking government election
Well,
in my own country, you know?
it's a
You see
global
how the views are.
anti-fascist movement that I am happy to see us just doing it. We've done that before. Agreed,
Yes.
Chrono. Say it felt exactly the same. And hi, imaginary exponent. Yes, I felt good about that. Again, now there's a lot more work to be done, but every one of these steps is a big step. So I think it's important we push in the right direction. But
Ooh, big steppy.
a big step. But you're no longer plague filled, which means you're
Yes.
here
Well,
and
I
ready to
mean, a
go
little
about
bit, a
things. So.
tiny bit, but
That's true. Yeah, I should say
yeah.
you are almost, and
Yes.
I will say also, chat, that speaking of plagues, my poor daughter is currently sick. She's home at school, home from school, and so if you hear me at some point having to get up and suddenly leave, I will leave Tari to entertain you if I have to go down and take care of her. She's literally she's at the bottom of the office stairs because the bottom of my stairs are right next to our first floor bathroom. And so I brought down, we have a sort of convertible chair sofa bed type of thing. It's a chair, basically bed. So I converted it so that she can lie on there, poor kid. But yeah, she's not feeling great. So,
Soup.
so yeah, I know. Well, right now, nothing. She's currently feeling, it's a stomach bug. So I don't think she wants anything to do with that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, but like needs to stay hydrated, especially
yes, she's got a big bottle of water that we filled up again. Yeah, she's doing fine with the hydration part, but anyway, so much love to my wonderful child. But otherwise, yeah, she'll be okay. My son had it too, imaginary, and it was out of his system in like 24 hours. It was like a pretty standard, type of thing. So, yeah. So, but I appreciate it. I will pass that along. So yeah, but we are here and we're ready to get.
What do you mean, like a stomach bug? Is that how you will pass it along?
Through the listen, okay. I have a mask that I was wearing specifically to avoid that exact scenario because because no
I
thanks.
wish that was an option here, which it isn't. Because people will have opinions when you wear masks in public, and you also can't buy them anywhere.
Really? Well, this is just inside my own house. The day that people have opinions of stuff in my own house is the day they can get bent. It's like, but yes. So anyway, but I will keep everyone posted how she's doing. The cats were very cute. At one point, Sherbert was like, I was going up to the office, and Sherbert, my orange cat, was like had been like kind of sleeping near or hanging out near my daughter because when someone's sick, he did the same thing when my son was sick in the living room on the sofa. He went and like curled up and slept there with my son. He's a very great cat. Anyway, but I was up in the office, so he was like looking up and down the stairs, and then he just basically lay out on the middle stair because he was like, I don't know, I'm just gonna keep tabs on both of you people. She's at the bottom, you're at the top. Like, this is the best I can do.
Oh yeah, that's something that my cat does as well. When one of us is upstairs and the other one is downstairs, and it's stair time for her.
Yes.
Because she wants to be with both of us, but that's not possible. So.
You can imagine how frustrated they get, right? Where they're like, why don't you do you not understand?
Yeah.
Like, it's very simple. You all stay in the same room and then it's fine. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. She will tell us that very loudly sometimes.
Yes.
Like
so
just complaining.
But that's good. Ganesh especially had something to make up for because he broke a glass frame of mine the other day that I have to replace. So, but it's okay. I made it. I made up with him, and all that sort of thing. But we are here not to talk about cats, although that's great. But we are here to talk about illustration. So let me just give people a sense of the character, and then you can show them what you drew last time and what we've got going on for this time. So as a reminder, chat, this game book that we're playing is a little different than some of the ones we typically do in that we do not have, or at the beginning, we did not have a fixed character. So we basically were kind of creating the character as we went along, somewhat literally. And that's the whole design of it. So that meant that Tari did not have a thing, like didn't know what exactly the character was going to look like or even was all about. And so our character's name, as you can see on stream there, is Anne O'Tate, which is brilliant. Has a strength of 8, constitution of 14, dexterity of 15, intelligence 10, wisdom 12, and charisma 13. So clearly is as a barbarian. I think that's obvious. You can see is a basically a bard, and bard with a little bit of roguish qualities to them. 8 hit points, 12 armor class, 5 rations. And then you can see the artifacts has a backpack, has an insignia of rank, has a deck of cards, a bedroll, a mess kit, a tinderbox, a water skin, a small spade tool, 1 torch, a love letter, a lyre, and constructor's diagrams. Has a background of entertainer, skill proficiencies of acrobatics +2, performance +2, and right now our save point is 10. Basically, that is what our character is like. So before I talk about what we are doing today, maybe Tari, do you want to show the fine folks what we did for annotate illustration wise?
Well, just one thing, that was a character design. Because it was
right.
at the tail end of the last session
of
the last book. Yeah, so
that
we just wrote up a character that's the introduction, basically.
That is Anne O'Tate, and I
Yes.
particularly adore the colored blue and pink shadows on either side of that. I particularly love that. It also gives Anne O'Tate a sort of almost 3-dimensional. She's more powerful than you could possibly imagine quality. So there's also that.
She cast blur on herself.
Exactly. Yeah. You think of her as a fiery Irish lass based off a guest character from Bonanza. Now that is a deep cut, Echo. That's pretty good. I'm curious because I've not heard of that before. So that was this one, and then this is what we're doing today. Now I know this is partly a warm up, but also I assume this is where are we? This is us waking up.
Yeah,
huh?
This is us waking up. Yes,
because that's basically what happens. We wake up in this collapsed passage, not knowing exactly what we are or what we're doing here or anything like that. I think I'm going to have to do my progressives today because I'm going to be reading too much. Okay. The guest character always referenced her father as himself. Okay. Oh, himself. Yeah, exactly. That's such an Irishism. Oh man. Okay, so we've got this. So let me pull up the
Himself is an Irishism.
Yes.
Irishism.
So you're the same as himself. Instead of saying him, you'll sometimes hear folks Irish people refer to someone as himself or herself, which is pretty cool. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this, so I can pull up this. Okay, which is the Adobe Acrobat. No Adobe. I don't want any AI ever. Also, if any lovely soul out there knows how to get rid of goddamn Copilot icons from Microsoft Word that I didn't ask for, I would certainly be grateful.
Not using Microsoft Word would be a start.
Yeah, but
what about OpenOffice? I've been using OpenOffice since I was not OpenOffice, but whatever it was called, or the equivalent was when I was a child still.
I have been using Microsoft Word for about 30 years, and before that, or 25 years, and before that, I used WordPerfect. And it's not going to be easy to convert over to LibreOffice, which I think is the one that a lot of people refer to as the good one.
Well, yeah,
because it doesn't format the same way, and I don't. So at some point I will, but stop putting stuff that we don't stop.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of switching to Linux, so I'm going to be one of those people.
Right. I literally said yesterday, don't tell me Linux because it doesn't help. It's a university computer. Even if I wanted to switch to Linux, I can't.
You can't.
So, yeah.
Get your own computer.
Listen, this is a nice computer. It comes at the low price of free, so
yes.
I think that's a little better.
Except for that, it costs your soul.
Yeah. Well, look, my soul's negotiable.
Everything has its price.
Problem is when you have to interact with Office at work, I have no clue. Yeah, honestly, T-Bank, the thing is that I guess I've used PowerPoint once every few years at most, maybe. And I don't use Excel really much ever. So basically I only use it for the word processing and, but I don't know. I installed LibreOffice last night on my laptop. The minute I opened it up and it wasn't formatted the same, I'm like, oh my God.
I'm so much about open source. I literally never had Photoshop. I only ever used it at school.
Oh, really?
I only use GIMP. Like I'm
Yeah.
full on GIMP.
I'm all up. Listen, I obviously I'm streaming on OBS. I'm a big fan of open source, but I don't know. Microsoft Word works great for me as long as
Ooh,
they
and
take away this
Inkscape, of
stupid
course.
icon. So I don't know. It's not like you're using your soul. Yeah, I'm just lending it out. Exactly. It's on lease, Triffid.
It's on lease.
It's a limited mileage lease of my soul. Anyway,
Are you sure you didn't misread that? It said it's on a leash instead.
nonsense. Nobody ever misreads demonic contracts, Tari. That's silly. That never happens. Okay, so anyway, we made our way through the cavern, and we had some pretty interesting encounters. We snuck past a couple of creatures. We found a, I don't know, I guess, Tari, we describe him as a mushroom-covered gnome, basically, sort
Oh,
of.
I don't remember.
That we had might be the way to describe it. And then we came to a place where something was going to happen. And that specifically was actually,
Oh.
I think I have a map here. Let me see if I have.
Oh boy.
Let me see if I have.
That brings back memories from when we did
I do.
one of the Lord of the Rings adventure books.
Yeah, it might have been
And
the
we got a
Moria
map
one.
that was like absolutely useless. Yeah, it
Yes.
was like Moria.
So this
Yeah.
is actually the map that we have. And where we are right now, Chad, if you can see it there, is the bottom left-hand side is O, 1O down there. And that 1O is where we currently are. We had to cross over a chasm to get here. And it was none too easy, but we did make it. But unfortunately, there was something waiting for us on the other side. So the spider-like construct's abdomen, because we found a spider-like construct, scrapes across the stone floor, sending bright sparks crackling behind it. Each impact of the, it says each impact of the its, I think it's its. Each impact of its 8 legs thunders through the stone floor. Aperture blades whine and whir behind its dark, glassy eyes. I don't like the behind its. That's even more terrifying. Behind these glassy eyes, aperture blades. Sorry. Kelly Clarkson clearly meant this. All right. Now, a rhythmic metal crash follows every step of the massive spider-like construct. Crash, crash, crash. Oh, we have to figure out music. I'm sorry. We need music for this.
Oh yes.
My bad. Do you have any? Do we have? Actually, isn't there a? What about the Lost in the Dark OST?
That does not ring a bell.
Let's see. It is Lost in the Dark is the game, right? Lost in the Dark.
I don't
No,
know
Alone
what
in the
you're
Dark.
talking.
Alone in the Dark.
Oh.
That's what I meant. Alone in the Dark OST.
Would that really fit? I haven't
No,
played it,
no,
but like,
it
isn't
doesn't
that
fit.
like one where you're like in a mansion and stuff?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
it
sure
doesn't
the
fit.
music is going to fit. So we need something. I mean, we were talking about like old school dungeon crawlers earlier.
Cave Story OST. I don't know anything
Yeah,
about.
sure.
I don't know anything about Cave. I mean, I know very little about Cave Story, but I don't know. I guess.
Just do Cave Story.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's get that there. I will put the link on there. I don't know if I love the. Nah, I'm not feeling the 8-bit today.
Well, you mentioned I haven't played it either, but like you mentioned, what's it of Grimrock?
Let's do the Legend of Grimrock OST.
I don't know if that fits. Isn't that like more a bit steampunkish? I don't know.
No, not really. Well, I mean,
I don't know. I haven't played it. I just know it from.
I don't want to give
osmosis.
away reasons that may or may not be true.
Okay.
So I don't need the main music. I need all the music. Legend of let me see. There we go. All right, so we're gonna do the Legend of Grimrock 2 OST, and let me put that in Zoom chat. There it is. Okay.
Also, can you make the map bigger for me for a second so that I can take a screenshot of it?
Absolutely. Give me just 1 second, and I will do that.
Debit card.
Their debit card.
Okay, never mind that. There we go. Love me some Legend of Grimrock. Okay, map. Yes, let's get that Making it larger. It's kind of behind things, though. So give me a second. Wait. All right. Let's try that. See how that works. Hey, Shatter.
Good enough. And click. Oh, right. Ugh, I hate that. Like, okay, there we go.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Ta-ta.
Outstanding. Okay. All right. So, Chad, here we go. We're looking at this spider-like construct, okay? From your vantage point, you're able to discern the source of the noise. Also, can everyone hear the music in chat okay? Can everyone hear the music? Barely? Okay. Let me turn that up a little bit. How's that? Better? Is that good? Is that too loud? Everyone can hear me okay? More or less okay. Music sounds fine. Good. Okay, cool. Lovely. All right. So from your vantage point, you're able to discern the source of the noise. Located at the top of the construct's abdomen, an armor plate hangs by a single bolt, bouncing back and forth with every step. You catch a glimpse of the interlocking clockwork system and a faint green light radiating from inside. Okay, so we're going to choose one action from the list below to interact with the world around us. Once we've made our choice, we roll a d20 if required, and we add our character stat modifier to our roll. So there's either stealth, which is I want nothing to do with that thing. Insight, I'll watch from a distance, maybe I can learn something about it. Acrobatics, if I could get close enough, I could tamper with the construct, although that requires Tinker's tools. And I don't think we have that. We do not. Or begin combat. So never mind the Tinker's tools. So either stealth, I want nothing to do with that thing. Insight, I'll watch from a distance. Maybe I can learn something about it. Or fight. So this is going to be our first moment, everybody. Our first vote. Which is, should we watch from a distance? Insight check. DC 15. Actually, wait. That gets moved down. I bet. Okay. Let's see. We avoid it completely. Stealth check. DC 15. Fight it. All right, chat. $ vote space 1 means we try to avoid it completely with a stealth check, DC 15. $ vote space 2 means we watch from a distance, which is an insight check, DC 15. And our third option is to fight it. And to be clear, we have a dexterity of 15, we have a constitution of 14, charisma 13, wisdom 12, 10 intelligence, and an 8 strength. In other words, I think fighting it is probably not advisable. So, yeah. Dramatically. I wouldn't call it a weakness. It says that there is, at the top of its abdomen, there's an armor plate hanging by a single bolt. So there is the whole, like, trying to tamper with it maybe, or I don't know, but I don't know if it's a weakness. It's sort of it's definitely something which is not perfectly attached, for whatever that's worth. Clean these damn glasses off. There you go, Shatter. But you might not be able to know it if you don't see it first. So we have one vote each for avoid it completely and watch from a distance. So I will need someone to break this tie. from a distance. Okay. What's interesting is that we are proficient in acrobatics, but the thing that uses acrobatics is the thing that also requires tinker's tools, which we do not have. All right, last call. Thanks for the little cloud, and welcome everybody. Okay.
'Twas the month of November.
I'm just gonna mute that while stupid ad plays. Okay, skip. Okay. All right. Watching from a distance. Okay, so here's where we're going to get who would like to be the dice roller for today. Now, again, you can roll dice right in chat using our handy-dandy bot that allows us to do it. In fact, let me just make sure that's set. Okay, it is. So yes, so you can do you can be a dice roller by just rolling in the chat. And we're going to be playing for about another hour and a half. We're going to be playing till a little after 3, maybe 3:15 at the latest. So yeah. How do I pump music in the stream? Oh, well, so what I do is I go to YouTube in this case to find the soundtrack stuff. And then I have desktop audio, so on OBS. So basically anything that's playing on my desktop is going to be routed into OBS, except for my microphone, which is a separate input. But anything else that's playing on my computer is basically going to be heard on the OBS. You just got to Seattle a couple hours ago. Oh, okay. Well, however long you can go is cool, Shatter. Obviously, no obligations. So yes, who would like to? So yeah, you just do that. Basically, Prince Justin. Yeah, desktop audio and OBS. Yes, indeed. So do I have a volunteer for rolling dice? And if you think you can do like a half hour, but then would need to switch off, that's fine. No pressure, just, much of the chat's success is relying on you. That's all. Just kidding. Oh, totally fine. That's okay, Prince Justin. You can do it. Yay! Okay, Trippet. So, $. So for this one, we're looking for, you're going to be rolling a D20 plus our insight, which is going to be, what do we have? I think with wisdom we've only got a +1. So we're basically going D20 plus 1, I think. Because I think wisdom is... Hang on a second, my eyes are driving me nuts. Okay. Sounds like Batman. Yeah, +1, that's what I thought. So D20 plus 1. 18. Look at Triffid with the insight. Oh, man. Good stuff. Okay. Good beginning, Annotate. Well done, Tilted. Hey, what's up, Tilted? Good to see you, man. Everything's going well. We got some game book play that we got going on. So I'm excited. How you doing, man? Everyone should be follow Tilted, by the way. Tilted does a lot of strategy games like Fire Emblem he's doing right now. Also is playing his own version of Curse of Strahd. So if you watched my Curse of Strahd, and if not, how about you check out my YouTube, which you should subscribe to, which has that as a playlist. But, so you can compare notes about how the different parties and DMs handle it. But it's definitely entertaining. You should follow Tilted. Good to see you, man. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, so Insight. Okay, so you have succeeded. Here we go. The construct skitters in a regular pattern throughout the cavern. The massive metallic legs scrape loose rock into an empty trap behind its mandibles. The construct then deposits the rubble into the chasm before repeating the cycle again. Return to the previous page and choose another skill, this time rolling with advantage. Okay, so it's basically like a mining implement, like it's a mining device, is what it is. So now you've learned something about it. So now if we go back there, we could either, if we want to stealth out of the way, we could do that at advantage. So let me just get rid of this. Okay. So now the question is, chat, do we avoid it completely, $vote space 1, or do we fight it, $vote space 2? If we want to avoid it completely, we will roll with advantage on that stealth check. So we will gain advantage on it if we do that. So it'd be very likely that we'd be able to get past it. Yeah, exactly. It's useful. It's busy. Feels good about itself. Why should we take away its joy, right? That's what I'm saying. I was very curious to see, Tari, what your take might be on a spider beast. That's a construct that's actually a mining thing.
Yeah, I'll do that next time.
Yeah. I was just curious. Okay, there we go. I got a lot of people who are like, I don't want any part of this mining thing that's problematic. Okay. All right. It looks like I don't even have to do a last call on this. Chat is pretty definitive, but I'll do it just in case. Going once, going twice. Yeah, vote nope. Nope is not a valid option. Please try it. All right. We're going to avoid it. It seems like completely. All right. Let's see what happens. Oh, we got a snow squall outside. So it's official. November 11th, the first time that I have seen snow this year. This winter.
Happy beginning of Carnival season to anybody who celebrates. And all that stuff.
Happy beginning of Carnival. Relating to Snow Squall or relating to this date?
No, it's 11/11. That's
that's right. Yeah.
Beginning of Carnival season.
That's right. That is right. Well, happy Carnival. Carnival. Okay.
Depends on where you live. There's like various different countries and regions with various different languages.
No question about it. I actually had a chance to study different aspects of Carnival in some countries in the Caribbean, in Haiti, for example, because it takes advantage of theatrical liminal space, which I talked about in my academic book. So anyway, yeah, it's very cool. Okay, chat. Okay, so we have chosen stealth. So if you could please, Triffid, you're going to be doing a stealth check, which is, we've got +2 because of our dex. So we're going to be doing a d20 +2, and we're going to be rolling it twice because we're doing this at advantage. So d20 +2 twice. Let's see what we can get.
I don't suppose there's a legend with the map that like clarifies of like the areas. Market.
There is not.
Like here and here, if these are raised or lowered.
Literally no legend. I'm looking at the map. I'm sorry. I don't know. I cannot say.
Oh well.
21. Wow, look at that.
Assuming they're raised.
I am a fan of that 21, Triffid. Okay, stealth time. So, we have stealthed, as they say. Okay, if you still carry a light source, you snuff it out and creep along the cavern wall. Unnoticed, you proceed to 1N, which is a locked door. The archway's keystone strains under the weight of the stone slab suspended above it. The door in front of you, cast in metal and adorned with geometric spider motifs, is sealed with a strange circular locking system unlike any you've ever seen. And it says, a way out. With the addition of flourished embellishments, the top of the doorway barely stands at 6 feet high. Holding out both of your arms, your fingertips can barely brush the opposite sides of the door frame. Taking hold of both handles, you push and pull, attempting to open the door. Despite your best efforts, the door refuses to budge. You scratch your head. Well, it was worth a shot. Choose one action from the list below to interact with the world around you. Okay, now one of these is our Ring of Keys. I'm very tempted, Tari, to bring over the Ring of Keys that we had from last book, but I think pretty much
a bunch of keys.
Yeah, right, that's right, it was a bunch of keys. So yeah, pretty much no. All right, so that's not going to be it. So instead we have two choices, which is, number one is an athletics check. I can break down the door if I get rid of the hinges. That's DC 15. Or sleight of hand. Maybe I can tamper with the locking mechanism. The good news is that we do have a tool, specifically have a tool that we can use to tamper with the locking mechanism. So I'm going to open this up, chat. $vote space 1 means we're going to try to break down the door. I would point you all to our 8 strength. Just saying, like it points you that point. I'm just saying. Or number 2, maybe I can tamper with the locking mechanism, and that is sleight of hand, which uses dexterity, which is +2. So $vote space 1 is break down the door. $vote space 2 is try to essentially tamper with the door. Wow, this music fits very well. We got a big squall outside. Trees going back and forth, wind swirling,
What's a
snow.
squall? Besides the main character of Final Fantasy VIII?
Well, that's what it is. It's actually that guy is just running around outside my house. No, a snow squall is basically like a quick sort of windstorm with snow. But by quick, I mean like it's almost like a thunder shower in the summer. You know, where it's like 5 minutes or less type of thing. Hi, Dark Sinner. Welcome, everybody. Let me remind everyone, by the way, since you're here, that we have a current, there is a promotion going on right now, courtesy of Twitch, which is that any 5 gift sub pack at the moment is, let me find the actual number.
Yes.
Come on, load up. There we go. 35% off. So normally, if it would cost you, if it would have cost you to do a 5 gift sub pack, if it would have cost $30 for a 5 sub pack, it's currently $19.45 American. So this is a special thing. They have a beta thing where they gave some streamers 70 hours of promotional time, and we get to use that all through the end of the year. So this is the first time I'm trying it out. I've used 12 hours of it to basically go all the way to the end of my stream this evening. So yeah, something to think about. Oh, thank you, Shatter. I didn't actually mean you had to do it right this second, but I'm grateful. That's exactly right. See? So where normally it would cost $60, but instead it cost Shatter $38.90. Thank you, Shatter. That's awesome. I was just showing everything. Also, it got us to a level 3 hype train, too. We're only 24% away from a level 4 hype train. Thank you so much, Shatter. I appreciate it. And welcome to Tony. Let's see. What do we got? Tony Tadara, Galen, Impulse Power, Paxi, Geister, T-Bank, Iris of Ether, Tilted Gaming, Molly Lele, Dino Roar. Yay. Thanks, Shatter. I appreciate that, man. Shatter also has the sub-gifter badge. So he's got that, too. Thank you, Shatter. And thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. 38 bucks. I can start the engines on the 767 to earn that back. Is that how it works? Like you can see a little thing ticking up, like your salary, everything you do. You're like, all right, checking wing flaps, $50, you know. Shattermage is a pilot, for those of you who don't know, and a longtime friend and supporter of this channel. Shattermage assumes direct control, pretty much. Okay, meanwhile, Chad has decided we should tinker with the door, tamper with it, rather than trying to break it down. I think that makes a lot of sense. So, recently upgraded to Captain. That's right. Recently upgraded to Captain, and well-deserved. Very, very well-deserved.
You can remove the map.
Can I? Okay.
Yes.
I will remove this map. And then do you want me to move your, like...
Oh,
well,
like I'm just gonna pop it out every time it's gonna become relevant?
Okay,
like,
so I'm going to put it back to where I had the original map, because that way your artwork can be your artwork. You know what I mean? Like, so I have just to give Chad a little bit of a sense of where we are, but then you can have the artwork, you can do whatever art you're working on. Know what I'm saying? Oh man, I forgot how epic this boss fight was in Legend of Grimrock 2, this music. It's such a good game, this game. Although now I'm realizing it doesn't actually have a lot of music to it. Well, we'll worry about that in a minute. Okay, so, all right, we are going to attempt to tinker. So, Triffid, this is going to be sleight of hand, which means we're looking at a DC 20 +2 So a DC 20 plus 2. I don't think we're proficient in sleight of hand, unfortunately. But a DC 20 plus 2. 15 again gets it. Wow, I love this. Let's keep this up. You work clumsily with your tools at first. It's been ages since you've had to meddle with a lock. Bittersweet memories of careless days with your friends guide your hands. I'm never gonna tamper again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. That's careless days of tampering. You remember breaking into Miss Vintner's wine stores early in the morning to take a few bottles out by the pond. Finally, you hear a soft click. With a bit of force, you're able to open the door enough to squeeze inside, which means we proceed to Act 2, chat, called The Temple. Well, well. Yeah, and you know what that means, Tari? I'm sure you're going to be happy about this. So there's another map.
Oh.
It literally just opened up.
Is there like going to be a different map for every section? Probably, right?
Probably, I'm guessing.
Then I'm just not going to bother anymore with this one. Wap, wap.
Listen to the bitterness. Like the...
It happened. I was like, hey, I'm gonna make a more detailed map and stuff, and then we can like reference that one every time we need it.
Yeah,
Womp, womp,
sorry.
womp. Okay, so we had a spider with like
a mechanical spider that was actually a mining thing that was scraping rock into a little box at its back, and then it would go over to the chasm and dump the rock into the chasm. All right. I'm just getting to where I can put this new map, and then I'll post it for people to see.
Walks on its back.
Act 2, by the way, is called The Buried Temple. The Buried
Would it make
Temple.
more sense to just have the entire abdomen be the box? It's mechanical anyway.
Look, you're the genius artist. I have no idea how to do that.
Genius, yes.
Okay. Let's change that
Dangerous.
Premium. Enjoy
up. Okay, let's also get rid of that commercial because no,
music
absolutely not. Yep. Okay. All right. So Act 2. All right. So here, chat, is what the map looks like. And it looks like, and its name is John Cena. Okay.
Boo! Boo!
I couldn't resist. Okay. Here we go, chat. This is the Buried Temple. I'm not going to show you the full time, just showing it in a minute. Right here is the Buried Temple. Careless tumblers. Exactly. Triffid has been on point today with the dice rolling. All right. Fleeting memories. Oh, we have learned some memories from this experience. There was a festival hosted by Lord Barrett's Manor in the Gardens. Your borrowed clothes from Lord Barrett's wardrobe were far too stuffy for the warm summer night. You sat alone on the edge of a fountain, resting your aching feet. You remove your boots to inspect the damage. Your heels have blistered from the new boots provided to you by Barrett. Amaranth noticed your absence and came to find you. Light shined from her hand as she healed your wounds. The two of you sat on the edge of a fountain and talked. You wish you could remember what she said. She unlaced her boots and gave them to you. You protested, but she insisted she was better off without them. You pitched your boots into the bushes and only now remember you had left them there. You wore Amaranth's boots from that day on. You abandoned the formal pieces of clothes, folding them neatly on the fountain's edge. You had much more fun at the festival after that, dancing and playing games with your newfound friends. So now we have more info, chat.
Aww.
About this that we had Amaranth. Is this a friend? Is this a romantic interest? You know,
Someone who doesn't have boots anymore.
yes. It ill dust boot. It ill booted them. I know every time anyone says that, then they're just like, that really means boat, right? I'm like, yes. We did not.
Is that what you were going for? Yeah, you're also mispronouncing it. It's pronounced boat.
That's boat.
Yeah,
I know. I was mispronouncing it just to get the boot. We got a visit from a hot tub streamer. That's a whole different Amaranth, Shatter, and I can't believe you would have knowledge of that person.
Oh, Greg, what were you doing at the Devil's Sacrament?
I mean, listen, I was leasing my soul. We've already established this. I had to be very careful to make sure that I get the lease back, you know. Okay, so, right. Oh, and I need to put a save point because this clearly is one. Save point. Act
Test,
2.
test. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, my headset was like doing a weird just now.
I can hear you indeed. Okay, so here we go. Pieces. So we are at the postern, which if I look at here, I'm not doing a hot tub stream, Nari. Okay. Let's just be clear. That's not what's happening here. You take it up with Mr. Hotshot Pilot Captain over there. All right.
I think he means a literal hot tub.
I was waiting to see if there's any. I can't even make a joke about it. I'm just gonna let it do. I'm not doing it yet. Great. Yeah, two things you will. A thing you will not see on this channel at any point is going to be a hot tub stream. I am here to tell you. Am I a hot tub?
Now
Yes.
I have to draw a hot tub. You know that, right?
I've always been in a hot tub. My house does have a hot tub. Little known fact. My house does have a hot tub. However, there will never be a stream from it at any point.
Not even a stream of water when you like replace
there
the
will
water?
be a stream of that. That's true. But a stream that will be for the internets, you know. So we are at the postern, which is to the left of your screen. You can see it there. Just as a thing to keep in mind, if chat wants to go left, right, or sideways, like that's what we see. So I'm very welcome for putting ideas in people's heads. It's very funny. Very funny. Okay. Pieces of ceramic tiles from the mosaic floor crunch beneath your boots as you enter, but beneath Amaranth's boots, I guess, as you enter the subterranean temple. The perpetual hiss of steam pours from damaged brass pipes in the mortared walls, creating a fine mist in the rafters of the vaulted ceiling. Gathered provisions, boots, sealed documents, rations, and extraneous tools have been collected in a variety of empty receptacles for transport. Buckles, boxes, tarps filled with what someone deemed important, standing at the ready mere feet from the rear temple entrance. On closer inspection, what you see sends a shiver rattling down your spine. Torrents of dried blood cover the ceramic tile, smearing further down the hall. Lovely. Lovely. I'm glad to know that we've come into a safe, comfortable temple. That's great. And then it makes
Wouldn't you say rather than a torrent, a stream of blood?
A stream of blood. Like a live stream. Like
a live stream
of
blood.
Like a live stream of blood. All right, chat, we're live streaming this blood down this temple. No, please! Okay. If you obtained the amulet, well, we did not. I never knew there was an amulet, so I guess not. There is, however, a recovery room here, which is good. Recovery room 1A, 1L, and 2A. And sadly, the far too brief Legend of Grimrock soundtrack is over. Oh, not really, not entirely. There's one more bit of music to come, and then we're going to have to find a longer thing than that. Although now we're inside a temple, so maybe we'll be able to make a different call. We'll have to think of, like, temple music. Interesting place to choose to have high tea. I agree, Darcy.
Oh, duh, we should just do one of the many video games that are set in the Underdark soundtracks, you know?
True.
Like the really old ones?
I wonder if Menzo
like
Barazan...
Yes,
I was just going to say. I wonder...
Well, oh my god, the drow in that game looks so funny.
Oh my god. I played on stream, actually, the other ones that were in that series, like not Curse of the Mummy, oh no, it was Curse of Strahd. I played the Curse of Strahd video game, but it was Ravenloft, like Curse of the Mummy or something like that, which was like the same kind of like funky look that, yeah, it was not great. Okay, so gathered provisions. We did the amulet thing. So we have one action to choose, chat. Either investigation, I should make use of what's been left behind. Perception, I'll take a look around and figure out where to go from here. Or stealth, gods, I hope I never run into whatever did this. So investigation, let's see. What should we do? That is DC 13. Or perception. DC 13, which is, so investigation is make use of what's been left behind. Perception is look around and figure out where to go. And stealth is I hope I never run into whatever did all this. So those are your three choices. In case you are curious, perception uses wisdom, so that's +1. So there's that. We have stealth, obviously uses dexterity. That would be +2. But again, it's also like whether or not we think there is something valuable that could be had here. So let's see. An investigation is intelligence, which we have a 0 in. So just be a flat d20. So each one of these is DC 13. Investigation is intelligence. That's we would need a 13 or higher. Perception is +1. We would need a 13 or higher. Stealth is +2. We would need a 13 or higher. But again, investigation is make use of what's been left behind. Perception is take a look around and figure out where to go from here. And stealth is gods, I hope I never run into whatever did this. So $vote space 1 for investigation. $vote space 2 for perception. $vote space 3 for stealth. Music by Scoring Helsinki. I low-key, chat, have a dream of getting one of my works, possibly Gray Shade, made into a video game too, and having some epic orchestral music soundtrack like that. Yes, in fact, yes. That's one of, yes, that's one of several dreams I have. You know some of these dreams.
No, it's like just like yeah, of course it's your dream.
Yeah. Well, I mean my other dream is, to have Jeremy Renner or Clive Owen. I mean, not Clive Owen, Jeremy Renner. Liam Neeson's probably too old for it now, but Jeremy Renner or maybe Clive Owen play Gray Shade in a film. That's all. Or Viggo Mortensen. I don't ask for too much.
You don't ask for too much. Yeah.
Just, minor
Wouldn't
actors.
Jeremy Renner be like too much of a typecasting thing, though?
I don't know, though. Does he do that thing? Like, I mean, because he played. Remember, he was also in the Bourne series.
Well,
so.
I didn't watch Bourne, but he's like very, like now that you said it, like Hawkeye and Gray Shade have a lot in common,
Yes.
Especially when it comes to like sitting on legend.
Well, the real issue, honestly, for him is he recovered enough from that awful, horrific accident that almost killed him. With the snowplow and everything. Like, I think he's been doing pretty well in his recovery, but only Alan Alda is the one Hawkeye. Yeah, that's a whole different sort of deal. It could be a dream about streaming in a hot tub. Look, Dark Center, all right?
That's for chat to dream about.
I will allow. I'm not even. Nothing I say will end up well for me there. So I'm just going to be like, oh my goodness, look at the snow out there. Okay, so that's it for Legend of Grimrock 2. Great soundtrack, but it's too short. All right, Menzo Barazan OST, the deepest of cuts.
Baranzan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's an N in there.
Oh, Baranzan. Okay.
Or how I used to pronounce it, like for forever, because I mainly knew it from the German translation of the Drizzt comic books.
Okay.
Menzo Baranzan.
Menzo Baranzan.
Menzo Baranzan.
I found one
that's how you pronounce Z in German.
I found one that's remastered on Roland SC55 if it ever wants to load. Come on, load. Oh, okay, that works. All right, let me give you that link that I just found. There we go. And soon we will have a SWAT Cats comic book. Yep.
Let's see.
All right. That's what it is. I found it. Stone Prophet was the second Ravenloft game I played. Ravenloft Stone Prophet. It has a mummy on the cover, and you have to battle a mummy at some point. All right. We'll have a SWAT camera. Move that over there. Okay, carry the one. All right, we're currently tied. 2 for investigation, 2 for perception. This is last call. We need someone to break this tie. Again, investigation means I should make use of what's been left behind. Perception means I'll take a look around and figure out where to go from here. And stealth is, gods, I hope I never run into whatever did this. got perception currently ahead. All right, going once. Someone has switched from investigation to stealth. Going once. Going twice. Okay, perception wins. So, Triffid, if you would be so kind as to do for me, please, a DC 20 plus 1 roll. DC 20 plus 1 roll. Yeah, well, Shakunis' method would be to do that and then to shank someone, right? I would think. An 18. Triffid just absolutely crushing it today. Good gravy. All right, so that worked. Peering down the hall, you breathe a sigh of relief, finding that you were alone for now, it says. Dried blood trailing away from the postern leads towards a small stairwell located at the back of the passage. The trail stops at the edge of a shallow pool. Water seeps from the door to the right of the stairs, running red from blood on the tile floor. A double set of wooden doors remains closed against the left-hand wall. A single ray of green light slips between the decorative metal venting that runs along the far wall. The light reflects off a hastily installed rotatable mirror near the passage ceiling, spilling across the ceramic tile floor towards the crumbling masonry of the hallway intersection. So there's a lot going on there, but as I understand it, we enter the hall, means that we're going to go into the western hall. But basically what we have there is the water seeps from the door to the right of the stairs, running red from blood on the tile floor. There's dried blood towards a stairwell located at the back of the passage. There's a double set of wooden doors against the left-hand wall, and then a ray of green light between the decorative metal venting along the far wall, reflecting off a rotatable mirror near the passage ceiling. So there's a lot going on there, one way or the other. Ho, ha, guard, turn, parry, dodge, spin, aha, thrust. Okay. So, an upturned helmet rests at the far end of the hall, punctured through the brow. Smeared handprints clawed against the tile drag towards the far stairwell. The blood trail ends at the edge of a pool. Water continues to pour from the door on your right. So, ray of light. Bioluminescent mushroom caps spring from cracks in the walls, reaching like outstretched fingers towards you. Dried blood trailing away from the postern leads towards a small stairwell located at the back of the passage, stopping at the edge of a shallow pool. Water seeps from beneath the door to the right of the stairs, running slightly red across the tile floor, and to your left you notice a double set of wooden doors. A single ray of green light slips between decorative metal venting located along the right wall. The light, decorated towards a hastily installed rotatable mirror near the passage ceiling, spills across the ceramic tile floor towards the crumbling masonry of the hall intersection located behind you. The glint of something shiny among the rubble catches your eye. You take note of it before continuing your investigation. Peering through the metal grate adorned with geometric spider motifs, you see an arcane workshop. A fractured crystal nearly twice your size radiates a vibrant green light from the heart of a cold forge. Magnifying lenses suspended from the ceiling by hinged arms direct the ray of light through the metal vent. The entrance, a set of metal-plated doors, is located on the opposite side of the workshop. This is giving me, oh gosh, what is that in Skyrim? Anyone who's played Skyrim, remind me. It's like the Artificer Dwarves. It's like the Dwemer ruins, yeah, the Dwemer ruins. That's what this is reminding me of. So
I'm not even a Skyrim fan, and I know that one.
Yeah, Fosroda. Yeah, Dwemer. I couldn't remember. Choose one action from the list below to interact with the world around you. Okay, so we have a bunch of choices here. We have constructors diagrams. Oh, cool. We do have a thing that may actually help us with this. Okay, so this is what we got, chat. We could do an investigation. Shouldn't there be bodies left behind? Is the question there. That is DC 13. We could do perception. Which is DC 13. So investigation, perception. Perception is, I'll take a quick look around. Maybe I can find a way out of here. Sleight of hand. If we can do that. Yeah, I could light my path if I tampered with a mirror. I don't think we can do the fourth option because it requires thieves' tools or tinker's tools, and we don't have those. But we can do constructor's diagrams because we found them in the cavern before we came here, and that note says, this crystal, I think I've seen it somewhere. So it requires constructor's diagrams. All right, chat, so what's it going to be? $ vote space 1 is investigation. $ vote space 2 is perception. $ vote space 3 is sleight of hand. $ vote space 4 is constructor's diagrams. And we do have them, so that means that we could just, I think, just get that for free since we have those.
I'm like reminded of this like very small one-person fan game somebody made like ages ago, which was like a point-and-click adventure about the Underdark. I think it was called Escape from the Underdark. I'm not sure, but it's yeah, reminded of that one. I had forgotten about that game.
It wasn't like a mod for another system. It was just like its own thing.
No, it was like a completely handmade.
Oh wow.
One person, I think one person, hand-drawn point-and-click adventure.
That's cool. Very cool.
Very short, though, like basically a demo.
Very cool. All right, chat. Last chance here, last call. Again, $ vote space 1 is investigation. 2 is perception. 3 is sleight of hand. And 4 is constructor's diagrams, which we do have. So, can't do the tinker's tools. We don't have that, but we do have the diagrams. I love it when a plan comes together. Going once, going twice. Okay, constructor's diagrams it is. So it says, you search the pages of the leather journal for any depictions of the Kreen crystal. You find a technical diagram depicting a large mechanical warrior, the temple's defender, with a crystalline fragment embedded in its chest cavity. Yeah, easy for me to say. Chest cavity. Lines of arcane glyphs stretch from the arcane forge and wrap around the temple defender's core. It looks like this green crystal can power more than just the forge. I'll have to keep that in mind. I wonder if that means that that's something we want, the crystal? Although it says the crystal is twice our size, so actually I don't think we can do that. But maybe we could use the mirror to reflect on whatever it is we want to power, something like that.
Or
anyway,
maybe we get to use one of those spiders.
Oh, that's true. Maybe we get to ride the spider and call it our own and have it be a pet. Yeah.
Yes.
We call it Metallolob. She Metallolob.
Yeah.
That'd be great. We call it Ungolemian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right, chat. So we go back to, I think that means that we just go back to, oh, it shows you what we can do. All right. So, actually, wait, can we go back and do another skill check? We cannot. So that means that we have our tides of battle. All right. So here are our choices, chat. We could return to the postern, which is 1A on your map. And I'm going to, you can see it there. I'll make it a little bit larger in a minute, but you can see it basically there. So return to the postern, return to the back door. We could enter the double doors on our left. That is, should be 2A. That would be 2C. Or not to C. That is the question. Into the double doors on the left. We could enter the flooded door to our right. That would be 2E. Follow the hall. That's 2F. Or descend the far stairwell. which would be 2M. All right, now as you're making your vote, chat, take a look at this map and decide where you want us to go. Let me put that map up a little bit larger. I kind of don't want to put it above the overlay, but I guess I will though for a minute. Okay, there we go. So there we go, chat. So you can see it here. So right now we are sitting at we are in 2. Where are we? I think we're in 2B, which is the Western Hall. So we could go to the back door. We could go back to 2A. You see A over there. We could go through the double doors on our left. That would bring us to C, 2C. We could enter the flooded door to our right. That would bring us to 2B. I'm sorry, I beg your pardon, 2E. I'm sorry. We could follow the hall. That would bring us to 2F. Or we could go down the stairs, which would lead us to 2M. And you can see that to the top right of your map. Yes. There we go. So $ vote space 1 means we go on the double doors on our left. $ vote space 2 means we, $ vote space 1 means we return to the postern. $ vote space 2 means we enter the double doors on our left. $ vote space 3 means we enter the flooded door to our right. $ vote space 4 means we follow the hall. That leads us to 2F. And $5 means we descend the stairwell into the cellar. The drums. From 2C to Shining 2C. Oh, sorry. I accidentally added instead of deleting. There we go. I fixed it. It's 2A, not 21A. Sorry, Echo. Man, you're using headphones, right, Tari?
Yes.
Are you noticing the stereo effect of this soundtrack? It's like wow, wow,
I
wow,
have it like
wow,
very
wow,
quietly
wow,
on,
wow.
so not really.
Yeah, it's like they're like very much spatial audio. Left, right, left, right. Listening to a Christopher Cross song. That guy's entire career is based on the Doppler effect.
Okay.
It really is. That guy was part of the genre that we now refer to as yacht rock.
Ah, yeah. That's, yeah, I can't even imagine what that's supposed to sound like.
Yeah, it's all that, like, you just have to listen to a few songs like it and then you'd get it. Technically, Michael McDonald's song based on Sweet Freedom. Shine, Sweet Freedom. It's this 80s song.
You are like...
It's really more about the subject
referencing
matter.
music that I don't think anybody this side of the pond ever heard of.
Oh, man. Well, you do know Michael McDonald, though, right? Like, you've heard the song, What a Fool Believes He Sees, a Wise Man Has the Power. The Doobie Brothers, Michael McDonald was in the Doobie Brothers. The Doobie Brothers did, like, War, What Is It Good For? No, not War.
Oh!
Not that one. No, I'm wrong. It was, Doobie Brothers was Listen to the Music. Whoa, whoa, listen to the music. They did that one. They did China Grove. Whoa, China Grove. Well, my temperature's rising. And this all stuff. Anyway.
Nope.
Yeah, so they were a pretty big deal, Doobie Brothers, and so that song, What a Fool Believes, was a huge mega hit. And Michael McDonald actually was did session music for tons and tons of people. So you may know the Kenny Loggins song, Fly Through the Danger Zone from Top Gun, Tari?
Highway
to
Oh,
the
you mean the
danger
famous song
zone.
from the hit TV series Archer?
Yeah, right.
Because that's where I know it
Yeah,
from.
no, I know. That makes sense that you would know it from there. But it's anyway, so Michael McDonald did tons and tons of stuff with Kenny Loggins. Like one of the Kenny Loggins famous songs is This Is It. Make no mistake who you are. This is it. Anyway, the one singing background vocals is all Michael McDonald.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Enter the double doors. All right, we're going to do that because Chad is on board with entering the double doors. All right, we're going into 2C, everybody. 2C. A passable, narrow path sifted out from beneath the rubble is all that remains of the temple refectory. Improvised support beams crafted from splintering tables and benches are all that hold immense slabs of stone from crumbling further downward. Rock slide. Oh boy. You hear a sharp crack as soon as you step through the door. Oh no. Quickly scanning the room, you identify the source. One of the benches, bowing beneath the immense pressure of the rubble it holds it back, has begun to splinter in the middle. By the look of the bench, it's mere seconds from folding in half. Pebbles begin to clatter to the refectory floor. What am I going to do? We have to choose one saving throw from the list below to avoid being crushed under rubble. Tremendous. All right, well, we can either brace against the broken bench to slow the rubble with a Constitution saving throw. Our Constitution is actually decent. Actually, that's +2. So that could work. We could
I have Highway to the Danger Zone.
That's true. We could do Dexterity, which is just run. That also is a +2. Or we could do Strength, which is quick, grab something to brace the rubble. We have a Strength of 8. I'm just letting you all know. All right, which saving throw is it going to be, chat? Is it going to be Constitution? Is it going to be Dexterity? Or is it going to be Strength? Constitution means brace against the broken bench. Dexterity means forget it, run. And Strength means grab something to brace the rubble. Con is +2. Dex is +2. Strength is -1, I think. So there you go. $ vote space 1 for Con. $ vote space 2 for Dex. $ vote space 3 for Strength. So Strength is the smart choice. No. Nari, you're a sensible person. I've met you. I know full well that,
Sensible?
I mean, listen. He chose a dear friend of mine as his romantic partner, so obviously he's sensible enough.
Obviously not very sensible.
Yeah, obviously not very sensible. Well, I will not speak to that as certainly sensible. Okay. Last call. This is quite something, the soundtrack. All right. Sensible, possibly. A bit of a troll, definitely. Fair. All right. Going once. A bit of Dragon Spear. Yep. Going twice. All right. Chat is going to run, which was much the more sensible thing. Okay. So forget it, run. All right. So, Trifid, this is going to be a D20 +2 because we have +2 to our dex. D20 +2. I knew eventually this time would come. We roll an 11. Well,
Womp, womp, womp.
just as the wood... Oh, no, this is wrong. Just as the wooden bench snaps, you press your back against the plank straight... Oh, no, this is wrong. As soon as you turn to run, that's what I was looking for, your foot catches on a chunk of masonry, knocking you prone. The wooden bench holding the rubble finally snaps, sending chunks of masonry cascading down, burying you and the walkway. Take... Let me see.
All the damage.
Yeah, take all the damage. Take every bit of bludgeoning damage. Take 4 bludgeoning damage. Oh, no, it says take 3. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. It says take 3 bludgeoning damage. I definitely will go with a 3. Take 3 bludgeoning damage from the heavy rubble.
That's not too bad if we can take 3.
Yeah.
You know, you just roll.
Take
like,
another
just
80 points of damage. No,
No, it's like take 10.
Yeah,
or
take 10,
20.
right. Take 3. Due to the significant damage, the collapsed refectory is now impassable. Pulling yourself from the rubble, you return to the western hall and choose another room to explore. All right, so we're going back to the hall. But this time, you can't go into the collapsed refectory.
Also a bit reminded of Loom
Yes, I can see
by
that.
LucasArts. The Glass Town, where where everything's made of
I
like
played
this
that
green
game based
glass.
on your recommendation.
Yes, I made you play that.
You did. You did make me play it.
Ah, I love Loom. Such a beautiful game.
Let's see. Okay, so we can return to the back door. So we're back in 2B, Chad, okay? 2B or not 2B? So we can either, we're in the Western Hall, so we could return to the back door, which is 2A, or we could, we can't go to the double doors on our left anymore. We could enter the flooded doors on our right, and that is 2E. I might save this poll, actually, so that because we'll probably do this again. Follow the hall, which brings us to 2F. Or descend the stairs, descend the far stairwell. And that brings us into the cellar. I'm going to save this poll. Lost in the dark poll. Okay. All right, Chad, here we go. What's it going to be? $sign vote space 1, we return to the back door. $sign vote space 2, we enter the flooded doors on our right. $sign vote space 3, we follow the hall. $sign vote space 4, we descend the far stairwell. That's a really cool mechanism construct. That's what I was thinking about. It's like, what's the word? That's a really cool construct, Tari.
Thank you.
I think that's neat. I'd love the idea if it turned around and it has this like really friendly face. Hi. You know, you're just like,
Almost
why?
like more thing like these like completely unfeeling round glowing eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that too.
No, you can't, because I haven't drawn that yet.
I can see it in my mind's eye. That's what I can see it in. A highly unknown mind's eye. I watched the other day when I was doing work, The Shadow, the Alec
The
Baldwin.
Shadow?
Yep. The Shadow.
The Shadow.
The Shadow knows. My father always used to loved growing up. He listened to the audio of The Shadow when he was a little kid.
I don't know what that is.
So The Shadow, well, The Shadow was
I was just memeing.
It was kind of an anti-hero, comic book hero, actually, sort of. And it was originally an audio drama that was done with Orson Welles as the shadow voice. And it was made into a film in 1994 with Alec Baldwin, and Tim Curry is in it, and Ian McKellen, and like all of these people. Yeah. And it was kind of it sort of was a box office flop, but I kind of like it actually. And it's very much like it's about this guy who's a very selfish guy who ends up he's like a drug trafficker and all this stuff, and he ends up stumbling into this temple in somewhere, I don't remember where, and it's might be Tibet, I can't remember for sure, but anyway, he finds there this guy who basically says, more or less, I'm going to kill you unless you set yourself on the straight and narrow and start helping people. And he teaches him to basically tap into the shadow within this character's soul. And then he returns to New York, of course. And he goes after guys because he can hypnotize people into not seeing that he's there. And he can also hypnotize them. He's like a very good fighter, but he can hypnotize them into not knowing he's around. And he like creates this whole network of people who all work for him. Like not because they have to, but because he's like helped them out. So that's like a gratitude thing. And so the big thing was, who knows what evil lurks within the hearts of men? The shadow knows. And then he laughs or whatever. So the film basically is sort of a version of this. And there's all these like as I say, like fairly big name people in it. And Alec Baldwin plays the shadow, but it's pretty cool. It's very campy too. So it's like, listen, I know where you've got the bomb, Khan. You're not going to be able to do anything. Like it's that sort of see, like very 30s, over the top stuff. But it's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's far from perfect, and it also has there are some unfortunate also stereotypes that are reflected in it, although It's hard to say. I know, yeah, what a shock.
The movie where like a guy from New York travels to Tibet or something.
Yeah.
To like learn shadow
to be
magic.
Trained. And then the main bad guy is this guy who's also, from the Far East. Anyway, it's got issues as far as that's concerned, although it doesn't necessarily lean into those per se. I just think it's got some very cool aspects to it. So all right, so we're following the hall. Last call for the hall. Hall call. This soundtrack is awesome. Okay. All right, follow the hall it is. So we are going to 2F. The southwestern corner of the temple is collapsed, spilling rock down the southern hall. With a bit of effort, you're able to scale the rubble without issue. Something reflective catches your attention at the opposite end of the passage, and it says capsule pipelines. A single brass pipeline, around 2 feet in diameter, runs along the apex of the vaulted ceiling, running parallel with the southern hall. Small hatches, sealed with an aperture locking mechanism, are staged at the center and ends of the southern hall. During your investigation of the rest of the passage, you hear faint skittering and scratching noises coming from the pipe above. I really hope it's rats. The toppled masonry is covered in a fine layer of powdered glass, shimmering in the dim light. The shattered remains of a gilded mirror lay buried among the rubble. A thin copper wire has been wrapped a dozen times around the broken mirror's backing, twisting together into one braided lump. Above, you notice a bent hay hook connected to a short section of chain wrapped around the brass pipeline. You take the opportunity to view the arcane workshop from a new vantage point. Peering through the decorative metal grating, you're able to see the familiar scene of the cold forge and magnifying lenses. Squinting your eyes, you notice a collection of forged weapons bundled haphazardly in tapestries against the left-hand wall. Swords, staffs, axes, maybe even a bow. I need to get in there. All right, so several options. One is investigation. That is, I wonder if anything useful got buried. So investigation. That's DC 15. Perception, I'll take a quick look around before moving on. Sleight of hand. If I had something shiny, I could redirect the light. Requires a shiny object and light from the western hall. All right, we don't really have light from the Western Hall right now. We don't have a shiny object, so I guess we can't do that. Or the last thing to do is to just call out, hey, come on out. That doesn't require a DC. So $vote space 1 is investigation. I wonder if anything useful got buried. That's based on intelligence, and we have a flat 0 on that, so it just would be a DC 20. We'd just be rolling a D20 trying to get a 15. Perception, I'll take a quick look around before moving in. That's DC 13. We do have a +1 to that, so that'd be 20 + 1. And call out, which is just, hey, come on out. So $vote space 1 for investigation, $vote space 2 for perception, $vote space 3 for call out. I always thought that ending scene, which I won't spoil for people, but Prince Justin and Triffid, since they've seen this, the end scene with the shadow in the battle, I won't explain what happens, but visually and otherwise, I always was a big fan of that sequence. And there's actually what feels like a callback or a call out to Enter the Dragon. There's a battle during Enter the Dragon that reminds me of this. So anyway. All right, we have 2 votes we have 1 vote for investigation. Yes. That is a good scene. That's a good scene, and so is the lunch is a good scene. Yep, agreed. I'm on to you, Khan. You can't get the beryllium sphere, and without it, you can't actually make the bomb. Baldwin was always good at being able to chew the scenery like that in those roles, so. And there was some thought that was going to become a franchise at some point. Yep. If anyone happens to have YouTube Premium, it's actually free on YouTube, The Shadow.
I don't think anybody besides you has YouTube Premium.
What are you trying to say? Trying to say that no one but me has YouTube Premium? Listen, I don't have Spotify. The only thing that I have like that is YouTube Premium, and I do listen to a lot of music that way, because that also means that artists get paid on YouTube Premium in a way they do not get paid with Spotify, which is why I don't have Spotify.
Yeah, I get that.
And no ads on YouTube. That's nice.
But of course, the be-all end-all is physical media.
Well, yes.
Buy CDs, people.
That's true. Although it's hard to do that when I'm in a car without a CD player and I'm driving home.
Well, that's a skill issue.
A skill issue. You should have chosen a different profession that didn't require you to drive in a car.
Or like a car with a CD player.
Yeah, I get it. It's true.
Like, I remember people like bringing like a Discman with them to the car, and then they had like this little cable thingy with like a fake cassette on the end.
Yep, I had that too.
To play a CD like to play CDs through the cassette deck of the car.
Our older car, we have 2 RAV4s, and our older Toyota RAV4 does have a CD player, a new one doesn't, and we could Bluetooth connect. Like, there's a CD adapter we could probably get to do exactly that, but like, I also am able to just rip CDs that I have into MP3s actually, and then it can connect to my phone.
Well, yeah, I too have a PC with a CD. No, actually, I have a Blu-ray burner.
You have a Blu-ray burner?
PC.
Oh, nice.
Yes, like I made sure I got one.
Nice.
When I got my new PC, like last year, I think. Yeah, last year. That sounds right.
Yeah, I would always do that because there's so many reasons still to have, as you say, physical media is a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember my brother's reaction was like, hey, and also put a Blu-ray burner that is like, Blu-ray burner? Just get an external one. It's like, why would I have another doohickey to sit around if I have all the space inside?
Yeah, exactly. You put
PC?
it inside the thing that has room. Exactly.
Yeah, right.
I agree with you on that too, Prince Justin. I kind of like the Phantom, but I agree that Billy Zane is like, yeah, he doesn't do anything with it. I mean, now, maybe part of that is the Phantom is not as interesting to me as a character as the Shadow, but it's in the same ballpark. But I agree with you that Baldwin was good at that type of stuff. Also, the other thing is, too, Jonathan Winters, who you may not know, Tari, I don't know, But Jonathan Winters
name rings a bell.
Very well-known comedian, but he also shows up in The Shadow. Okay. All right, perception it is. So we're going to do, that's going to be +1. So we're looking at the DC 20. So we're looking at a D20 +1, please, Triffid. Getting dark in here. I'm going to have to turn on some lights. Trying to roll. Perception. What's the reception? Perception, yeah. Perception. Do. And an 18 from Triffid, who just can't be stopped today. All right, going to take a quick look around. Beginning with the first door on the right, the scent of incense emanates from the room. The walls are softened by tapestries, and the floors are covered in cushions, books, quills, and inkpots. Quietly, you shut the door and continue on to the next. This room is packed with vestments, a wardrobe, and stringed instruments. Closing the door, you examine the adjacent eastern hall. Wow, stringed instruments. That might be good for us. Pieces of a massive construct warrior lay scattered across the floor, illuminated by the overwhelming presence of familiar blue bioluminescent fungal growths at the end of the hall. Okay, so again, chat. So first door on the right, there is incense, tapestries, and the floor is covered in cushions, books, quills, and inkpots. The second door on the right has got vestments, a wardrobe, and stringed instruments. We are a bard. And then the third one is the adjacent eastern hall with this massive construct warrior scattered across the floor in pieces, and there are bioluminescent fungal growths at the end of the hall. So knowing all of that, I'm going to clear that. We're going to load this poll. Okay, so return to... It's not quite the same. We have to return to the Western Hall. That's 2B. Or we have got, let's see, enter the first door on the right. That's the one with the books and tapestries. Which is 2G. 2G. Enter the second door on the right. That's the one with the vestments and stringed instruments. And then the last one is to follow the hall, which means we go to the Eastern Hall. Which is 2I. All right, chat, what's it going to be? Return to the Western Hall, 2B, that's where we came from. Enter the first door on the right, and the first door on the right is that thing with the tapestries and books. Second door on the right, that's the one that has the vestments and the stringed instruments, or follow the hall. $, vote space 1 for Western Hall, $, vote space 2 for first door on the right, $, vote space 3 for second door on the right, $, vote space 4 for follow the hall to 2I. Just a little dusting of snow on the roof up here. Wow. 2 days ago, it was like 65 degrees.
Which is like 10 degrees Celsius or something? Does it check out 15 degrees?
I think that probably sounds about right. Yeah, right now, the weather here, the temperature here is 36 degrees Celsius.
What? 36? Right now?
36 Fahrenheit, yeah.
Oh, Fahrenheit.
Sorry.
You said Celsius?
I said Celsius, yeah, sorry.
And I was like, what?
Yeah,
That's
Fahrenheit.
like a hot summer day.
Fahrenheit, that's what I meant.
It was like, how are you getting snow with this heat? Yeah, okay.
Climate change is so bizarre that
Yeah, of
it
course.
doesn't even...
Well, I mean, summer hailstorms are a thing, so...
True.
That's a good drag name. Summer Hailstorm.
Ooh. Yeah, it is.
Probably already exists.
I would think so.
Well, taken.
Already used up. Okay. So, chat, go ahead and get your votes in. It's close to 40 at night here in Texas. Well, I mean, that's what you get for living in Texas nonstop, you know. Although, I remember there was a snowstorm there during a major football game, although it didn't matter because it was indoors. I want to say it was near Dallas, this is some years ago in Dallas, that really threw people off. So, $ vote space 1 is return to the Western Hall. $ vote space 2 is enter the first door on the right. $ vote space 3 is enter the second door on the right. $ vote space 4 is follow the hall. And again, the Western Hall is where we came from. The first door on the right has tapestries and books. The second door on the right has vestments, like priests' vestments and stringed instruments. And then obviously follow the hall. And you can see the map up there, top left, right here. You can see what that looks like.
So we're in like some kind of spider temple right now, correct? Like it's set like geometric spider patterns on
I
the
can't
walls
tell if it's a spider, but yeah, but the thing is the thing you just made is like looks spidery, but it was obviously like a mining implement, you know? So I don't know if it's meant to be spidery or if it's just like, I don't know, like that's how they make it, like mechanical devices look like that. I'm not sure. Because we haven't seen any webs yet. We have heard a skittering, and a chittering.
Not all spiders make webs.
Hashtag not all spiders. That's true. Did
you
hear about the spider web they found underground? I want to say below, might be Armenia, which is 1,500 square feet.
I have not.
Yep, and it has something on the order of, they said it was home to thousands and thousands of spiders.
Gross.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And it was and also that it was cooperatively made by two species of spider that do not like each other, apparently, that fight each other. And the theory is that because it's completely dark, that the spiders can't see each other and so cooperatively work together. That's the theory.
The cure to racism, just take the light away.
Yeah. They also said that it extends up occasionally, so there are different parts in the Netherlands where it will just come up and you'll see the spiders.
Of course, of course.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Kingdom of the Spiders. I was doing a podcast which is going to be coming out in May, so it'll be a while. But I was doing it was interesting. It was with Samantha Mills and Vajra Chanaseka who did the Saint of Lost Doors. Anyway, it was a podcast of wizards. I can't remember the full name of the podcast. They're in season 3, but it's David Klink and Rachel Rosen's podcast. And it was based on a world fantasy thing that I had been on. No, I'm sorry, Flights of Foundry panel that I had been on with them, and they wanted to do more of that stuff, so it was really interesting. And in the middle of it, I'm like trying to, I'm on camera and I'm trying to, look sage and like nod at the right point. And I look down, and I think it's basically a very badly injured Yellow Jacket is lying on my keyboard, and I'm like, so I'm like trying not to like instantaneously kill it, like slam my hand down on the keyboard and on a Yellow Jacket. So I'm like trying to suavely reach for my tissue paper over to the right so I can be like, oh yes, fascinating, crush bug, pick up, oh that's very really interesting, like without getting, it might not have been, it was yellow and white band. It was not a bee is my point. It was definitely not a bee, and it was very much like already close to dead. But I was like, that's not what you want to see on your keyboard when you're trying to be sensible in a panel. You just
be sensible.
Sensible. Yeah, I didn't even. I mean, like and I thought there was gonna be a lot of buzz around the panel, but I thought that was not. There I am, Tari, using my honeyed words, and.
Oh yeah.
That stings. Yeah, it does. I don't know. We'd have to see what the hive mind of chat thinks. But
How much longer are we going?
we are going for about another, I would say, 25 minutes or so.
Okay.
Okay. Looks like we are going to enter the first door on the right. All right. First door on the right, which says the chapter house. Okay. So we're in 2G now, chat. A gnomish goddess is depicted in fresco paintings across all 6 panels of the domed ceiling, ensnaring avian-like creatures of immense size in metallic white thread. Metallic white thread. Resting in the center of the room is a circular table surrounded with cushioned benches. Quiet contemplation. A woody and sweet, almost citrusy scent lingers in the chapter house air. The stone walls are softened by hanging decorative tapestries, each one a masterpiece. Hand-sewn colorful cushions arranged in small circles on the floor are surrounded by religious texts, papers, and the occasional inkpot and quill. Brass incense burners hanging from the ceiling dust the ground below them with fallen ash. Okay, so the other thing it says, by the way, is there's a fleeting memory. You remember how the creature's wings eclipsed the sky above you, stringy bits of rotten meat flung from its serrated beak as it screeched. The remains of the creature's last meal, an unlucky merchant, still locked within its talons. You lost sight of it after that. A poisonous fog, conjured by the creature's dark feathers, fell over the valley. I guess this is after the whole amaranth boots thing. Also, this is an emergency, this is a recovery room, so that's good. Like having another recovery room, so that's 2G. But let's see what it asks us to do. So it says we could do Arcana, which is, I believe, intelligence. I think I remember something from my studies. So that would be just a flat 0. History or religion, which would be wisdom, that would be +1. Something in one of these books has to be useful, right? Religion, that's DC 15, that'll be +1. Or perception. I'll look to see if anything useful was left behind. And that's +1, but it is DC 13, so it's a little bit easier. So Arcana is a flat roll. That's just D20. We're trying for 15. History, religion is using wisdom, so that's +1, so DC 20 +1. And then perception is also using wisdom, so that's also +1. Arcana is 15, history, religion is 15, perception is 13. So $ vote space 1 is Arcana, 2 is history, religion, and 3 is perception. And yes, you're quite right, Echo. I have that planned, which is that after we're done with Tari's and my portion of this, we will do the nominations. Nominations.
I don't know what to draw next.
Yeah, I was wondering about, like, I'm trying to see if there's one that's, like, a good... I mean, I guess the memory of the person with the boots, like exchanging boots with the other person, or the bird, or the fleeting memory of the bird overhead, this massive bird. That was back in the day, apparently. No, I just saw that you sent me something, Echo, and I thank you for it, but... Oh, there we go. I see it. Oh, cool. Thank you. That's very cool. I was playing a board game 2 nights ago, actually. Very cool. Animals of Baker Street. If any of you like Sherlock Holmes, or you like anthropomorphic animals, or you like cooperative board games that are story-based, all 3 of those, 1 of those, 2 of those, 3 of those, I recommend this. It's from Aiello. Good game. All right, last call. I do need someone to break this tie. $ vote space 1 is Arcana. That's a flat roll, but we're looking for DC 15. History, religion, that is wisdom, so that's +1. And that's also DC 15. Or perception is also wisdom, and that's +1, and that's only DC 13. So we got 2 votes right now for history and religion. So last call.
Did we get a description for Amaranth?
Let me see if we did. Let's see. So this is Lord Barrett's manor in the garden, sat alone on the edge of a fountain. Amaranth noticed your absence, came to find you. Light shone from, shouldn't be shine, shone from her hands as she healed your wounds. Unlaced her boots and gave them to you. You wore Amaranth's boots that day on, abandoned the formal pieces of clothes, folded them neatly on the fountain's edge. Had much more fun at the festival after that, dancing and playing games with your newfound friend. Does not seem to have one. Let me see if there's one from the first. No, because we don't remember anything at the beginning. I assume we'll get more of a description later. But so far, that's all we remember. Also, hi to Rookend. And welcome everybody who's here. We've had some pretty, solid turnout so far. So that's good. Please spread the word. Let people know. I've already had a 10 gift sub thanks to the generosity of Shattermage, which is at 35% off right now for the rest of the day until basically after my stream tonight. Yeah, this was a good call on Menzo Baranzan. Okay. And perception it is. Okay. Trifid, I would ask, please, if you could roll a D20 plus 1. D20 plus 1, and let's see what we get. So yes, Trifid, if we could get at some point a D20 roll, D20 plus 1, would be lovely. And chat, programming note will be going for another little over 20 minutes till 3:15. Then we will close up shop, and then we will do the nominations to the Patreon Field Chat Chosen Game of the Month. 4 p.m. Eastern today, I am back over on GOG.com with episode, I think it's 494 of Pen and Pixels. Playing Strange Antiquities is a very cool game. And then I'll be back on this channel tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern for our monthly stream with our vocalist playing Citizen Sleeper 2. Paging Trifid. Do we have Trifid here? Is Trifid available? That's okay. That's okay. Just wanted to get yeah, I don't want to abandon you as a roller because you've been doing so well, as I say, knocking on wood. We just need a DC 20 plus 1. 15. I think Trifid has literally missed one roll today. Everything else has been success after success. Okay. You circle the chapter house looking for anything useful left behind. Many of the books would be too cumbersome to take with you. You receive a rolled piece of parchment from beneath the table. Add 1 blank spell scroll, quill, and ink to your inventory, which we do not have. If you're able to cast spells, you may copy one of the spells you know onto the spell scroll. Don't believe that we can, at least not yet. Scroll. Let's see. Spell scroll. Spell scroll. Quill and ink. Who knows when we might need those things? Could happen. It's possible. Okay, which means we now return back to the Southern Hall. Okay, so when we go back to the Southern Hall, okay, we already did this. We already made the useful thing. We already did that. It's interesting if they're bringing us back to the Western. Okay, that's interesting. Well, all right, so what we have back here in the southern hall. So again, this is F on your map. If you look on the map there, F is pretty much the bottom of the hallway. I think that's wrong, though. Why would you go there? You were a G. I feel like we would be returning to the eastern hall. Yeah, that's incorrect. It should be sending us back not to the western hall, to the southern hall. It should be sending us to the eastern hall. That is inaccurate. Oh, well, actually, no, looking at the map, all right, I take that back. No, that's correct. So if we go back to the to 2F, which is the southern hall, that means that, again, we are looking at that brass pipeline, which is running along the apex of the vaulted ceiling. And again, there's this skittering and scratching noise coming from the pipe above. So again, we have the following checks. We already did, I believe we already did perception, so we can't do that again. So, and we can't do sleight of hand, because if I had something shiny I could redirect the light, we would need a shiny object, and we would need light from the western hall. We have not done that yet. We'd have to go back to the western hall to do that. So that means that we've got either investigation or call out, which means basically calling out to whatever is skittering there. So I'm going to open that up. So $ vote space 1 would be investigation. That would be a flat D20, but you'd be looking for DC 15. That's to see if you can find anything useful that might have gotten buried. That's $ vote space 1. $ vote space 2 is call out, which that doesn't require a check. Obviously, you just do it. Hey, come on out. So that's what depends on what you want to do, chat. $ vote space 1 is investigation. $ vote space 2 is call out. So please get your votes in. Please for to get your votes in. All right, Prince Justin has voted with investigation. So far, 1 vote. Who else wants to jump in? Imaginary has also voted for that. The vote echo is about, so we went back to the southern hall, which is 2F. That's F at the bottom on the map that you can see. So we already did a perception already, and we don't have a shiny object in light. So the vote is, do we want to $ vote space 1 investigate to see if there's anything useful buried in the rubble? That's $ vote space 1. That would be a flat D20 roll, looking for DC 15, or just call out, because there's something skittering in the pipes above you, so you could just call out. That's $ vote space 2. Okay. Last call, last call. Okay. Going once. Going twice. Okay. All right, so we are going to attempt to investigate. So Triffid, for this, we are going to need this is just a flat roll, intelligence investigation. So DC 20, we're looking for a 15 or higher. And an 18, one of the incredible runs we've seen on this channel of dice rolling. Good gravy. Go play the lottery right now, Triffid. Good stuff. All right. Picking through the rubble, something made of metal catches your eye. You find a holy symbol tied with a leather cord depicting a hand clutching a woven loop. Add 1 symbol of Yafanti to your inventory. So, holy symbol of Yafanti. Dang. All right. Holy
Do we
symbol of
know
Eufonti.
who or what Yafonti is?
We do not. I have no idea who Eufonti is.
Now I wonder if that's a thing that like people who would be like maybe familiar with any previous publishings from the setting would be familiar with.
That's true, and I think they only had one before this, but maybe then they would know about, Eufonti, the classic Eufonti, the beloved Eufonti. Okay, so now what we've got, because you've already been to these other places, so now what we have is we can either return to the Western Hall. That would be 2B. We have already done the first door on the right. That was the place where we got the quill, the blank scroll and stuff. So instead it would be the second door on the right. That would be 2H. Or follow the hall, which would get us to the Eastern Hall. All right, so returning to the Eastern, $ vote space 1 if you want to return to the Western Hall, that's B on your map. $ vote space 2 if you want to check out that second door on the right, which is that's the place that had the stringed instruments and the priest vestments. And $ vote space 3 if you want to follow the hall all the way to the end of it, which is 2I. And I believe the workshop, incidentally, is in the middle of all this. I think that's what J is. It hasn't shown us how to get in there yet, but that's basically that's the hall that has like weapons and stuff. And I think there are doors to that from I as well. So just something to keep in mind. So $ vote space 1 would be return to the Western Hall. $ vote space 2 would mean to enter the second door to the right. We already entered one door over here, but it would be enter the second door on the right, which is the one with the vestments and the stringed instruments. $ vote space 3 means we go to the Eastern Hall, which is letter I that you see on your map there. Just increase this a little bit. And it does look, according to this map, like there are doors on the eastern side of the room J, so that which you can access from I. So I could see that. And we already went in the chapter house, which is directly below, as you see. That's G. We have not yet gone to H. That's the second door on the right. And we haven't gone to I, which is the following the hall around. Currently, we have a tie between returning to the Western Hall and going to the Eastern Hall, basically. So let's see if we can break that tie. We have a three-way tie.
Do I need to tie break?
No, it looks like Imaginary has changed their vote. Also called a bow tie. Okay, so looks like we've got that. So $ vote space 1 hall, 2 is second door on the right, 3 is follow the hall. All right, I'm going to last call this. All right, going once, going twice. All right, follow the hall it is. All righty. A massive construct warrior made of brass, known as a temple defender, lies stripped for parts on the eastern hall floor. The collapsed masonry at the end of the hall has been overwhelmed by familiar blue bioluminescent fungal growths. Collapsed hall. A crooked mirror hanging in the junction between the eastern and southern hall shows your reflection. Dark circles that had not been there before weigh heavily beneath your eyes. You part your blood-matted hair, inspecting the laceration on your head. Thankfully, the wound has sealed itself for the time being. 2 large plinths where the temple defender had once stood remain empty on either side of the chapel entrance to your right. I wonder where the other one went. Looking over the broken remains of the construct, you quietly take inventory on what pieces are missing. The chest cavity lies open on the floor, nothing of interest left on the inside. The temple defender's eyes have been extracted from their sockets. It says if you obtain the constructor's diagrams, which we have, you open your leather-bound book filled with diagrams of advanced contraptions. Turning through the pages, you use the remains of the temple defender's chest cavity as a table. You determine the construct's central core, composed of 3 crystalline structures, has been extracted. Essential motor systems have been stripped from the construct with careful precision, rendering this construct incapable of movement. Okay, so that gives us the following choices, chat. First one is Arcana or Nature. Seriously, what is up with these mushrooms? So we could use Nature, which is Wisdom. So, a Nature check, which is a DC 13, and that would play +1 to that check. $ vote space 2 is Perception. Maybe there's something useful lying around. And that would be a +1 as well, but a DC 15. Investigation. Now this one, I wonder if there are any useful parts left. Now this one's interesting because Investigation is a flat roll for us, and it's DC 15. However, we could roll at advantage because we have the constructor's diagrams. So because of that, we could roll that check with advantage. And the last one is Bright Path, which is if I move this mirror, I can redirect the light. And that one doesn't require a check. So, $ vote space 1 is Nature. That would be +1, which is what's up with these mushrooms. $ vote space 2 is Perception. That is, again, +1. Maybe there's something useful lying around. $ vote space 3 is Investigation. That is a flat roll of DC 20, but it would be advantage. At advantage because we have the constructor's diagrams. I wonder if there are any useful parts left. And $ vote space 4 is if I move this mirror, I can redirect the light. All right, what's it going to be? We have 1 vote so far for Bright Path. And when we leave this area, chat, by the way, to go wherever we end up, that'll be the spot that we save it and pick up next time. Been pretty effective. We managed to get past a construct. We've entered another temple. We found basically a Dwemer ruins where it's like a bunch of, like constructs that are all sort of wandering around or that are destroyed. We got a quill, we got an ink, we got a holy symbol of Yfanti, got a blank spell scroll. So, made some progress.
I have a feeling that Yfanti might be some kind of Lolth equivalent.
I was wondering about that too. Because this does feel very like it is kind of if you combine the Dwemer thing with the Underdark, Yeah. Mushrooms, spiders.
Mushroom spiders?
Mushroom spiders. Oh, that'd be terrifying.
Well, I mean, we
mushrooms
have
with
that in
8
Pokemon.
legs.
Wow. Okay, not with 8 legs.
All right, we have a tie right now. It could be raisin spiders. Yes, that would be worse. And in fact, I'm a little terrified that you've considered that option, Prince Justin. I'm a little appalled. Just a bit. Just a trifle. All right, $ vote space 1 for Nature, 2 for Perception, 3 for Investigation, 4 for Bright Path. We do have a tie vote, so let's have someone jump in if they can, please, before I call on Tari to tie break. Tari break, if you will. Suddenly, black circle.
Yes. It will make sense in a second.
Okay. Thanks for voting for Bright Path, Trophy Mats. Oh, I see. Okay, so let's see. Going once. Going twice. Okay. You pull the mirror off the wall and prop it up at an angle on the rubble. The bright path is now active in the eastern hall. So, let me just write that down. Bright path active in eastern hall. That could be important. Bright path is active in the eastern hall. Okay. So there we go. Now we have these three choices, chat. And that is we enter the door on the right. Now remember, the door on the right from where we are would be letter K. So we are right now in I. So we could enter the door on our right. That is 2K. NBA 2K. Door on the right. We could return to the southern hall. They mean southern hallway, but it's confusing because I keep thinking of it as like a big hall, but it really is just hallway. Okay, return to the southern hall, or we could enter the workshop. Proceed to the Forge Master's workshop. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Enter the workshop. That's the one that's to the left. That is 2J. What's it going to be, chat? $sign vote space 1 means we enter the door on the right. That's 2K, and I think that might be the chapel, it says. $sign vote space 2 means return to the southern hall. That's where we were. That's 2F. $sign vote space 3 means we're entering the workshop, which is the big room to our left that has the weapons and different things in it. Because there's like gear and stuff like that, so. Ooh, this is cool. All right. Any other votes, chat? Get your votes in now. $sign vote space 1 is enter the door on the right. That's the chapel. $sign vote space 2 is return to the southern hall. $sign vote space 3 is enter the workshop on the left. And as a reminder, that workshop on the left is what we were trying to get into, he said with a wink and a nod. We said we wanted to get into J. Just saying. Guitar riff, though. Okay, last call this. Going once. Going twice. And... all right. We have decided to enter the workshop, and this is where we're going to. It's actually we're going to stop here, but I want to read this because this is actually important. It'll be important for Tari too because of the illustration stuff. So, a Forge Master's workshop. A vibrant green light fills every corner of the arcane workshop. Steam spills from a burst pipe running along the ceiling, spraying a fine mist throughout the room. Your attention is stolen away by the haphazardly bundled collection of forged weapons. The Forge Master's last stand. In the far left corner of the room, small spider-like constructs lay broken around the bloated remains of a gnomish woman. Her tangle of graying curls, matted by congealed blood, sticks to the side of her disfigured face. The gnomish woman wears no armor nor cleric robes, dressing instead in simple tinker's clothes. A braided mithril brooch, which it spells here B-R-O-A-C-H, but unless they mean that the mithril is broaching the subject, they mean B-R-O-O-C-H, pinned to her apron strap glimmers in the green light. If you wish to take the brooch, B-R-O-O-C-H, add the Forge Master's brooch, B-R-O-O-C-H, which says it is shiny, to your inventory. All right, chat, quick. Oh, incoming? Okay. So quick vote, chat. Should we take the brooch or not? The shiny Forge Master's brooch. $ vote space 1 is yes, 2 is no. Do we take the brooch? Go ahead and get that vote in quick. Shiny brooch. We need a shiny object. We do need a shiny object. So $ vote space 1 is yes. Why are you voting no, Echo? It's guaranteed to trap. Oh, that's fair. I could see that. That's a possibility. I just figured it was shiny object. Grab shiny object. $ vote space 1 to say yes. $ vote space 2 to say no to grabbing the shiny Forge Master's brooch. I will say, Echo, I think it's only fair because it does show it here. It does not show that it's a trap here. Like, I can see the whole thing. Oh my goodness. Board Game Heaven Raid. Heavenly Raid. Oh my God. Thank you so much for the raid, and thank you for letting them know, Echo. I appreciate it. Welcome, everyone. Also, thank you to Board Game Heaven for the pin. I appreciate it. I will send you details about my address. I'm looking forward to having a Board Game Heaven pin. I am a big board game fan. I got 200 of them behind me and more down below. So good to see you. Thank you so much for the raid, Board Game Heaven. Definitely folks should follow Board Game Heaven. I got to check out board game stuff. Thank you to Juan Lebedev. Thank you to For the Poll. Thank you to Paru. Thank you to Draconic Dude. I know Draconic Dude. Thank you to David Alexander. Thank you, everybody. I do need to run. I have a fantastic stream. I appreciate it. Thank you, Board Game. Thank you again so much. Yes, definitely everyone should follow those people. I agree. And thanks for definitely run. Do what you got to do. But thank you. I appreciate it. And free sub given to Board Game Heaven as well. Thank you to the anonymous gifter. Welcome, everybody. We are finishing up with our gamebook illustration stream for this month. Right now, we have just entered an arcane workshop where we see the remains of a gnomish woman. I was describing what you see when the raid happened, but we're trying to decide whether to pick up the shiny Forge Master's brooch or not. So far, we have 2 votes, and it's a 3-month gift, too. Wow. Well, thank you to the anonymous gifter. Thank you, anonymous gifter, and welcome, Board Game Heaven. Welcome into the Arvanauts. So, $ vote space 1. Thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it, Board Game. And for the pin. So again, $ vote space 1 means yes, we pick up the shiny Forge Master's brooch. $ vote space 2 means we do not pick up the shiny Forge Master's brooch. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to show you what we get, and then we're going to wrap up and do nominations for the Chat Game of the Month, but I'll let Tari go before we do that. But first, we need to finish this up. Yeah, exactly what Echo just did. $ vote space, and then you do either 1 for yes or $ vote space 2 for no. So get your votes in. We are tied up right now. We do need someone to break this tie. All right, Tari has voted 1.
What?
Oh, sorry, not Tari. I was looking at your drawing and I said Tari when Triffid voted. My bad. Both of you have the letter T.
I was like, I'm not even logged in right now, so
no, Triffid.
I can't
Triffid voted 1. My bad. Okay. All right, we're gonna last call this. Going once, going once. Going twice. All right. We are picking up the Forge Master. You were instantly destroyed. No, I'm just kidding. That doesn't happen. Okay, so we have the Forge Master's brooch, and it is indeed shiny, because we need a shiny object elsewhere, so we got one. Okay. Shiny. Okay. A gilded anvil stands on a marble platform in the center of the workshop. On closer inspection, you find 3 interlocking circles of arcane glyphs carved into the platform. Lord Barrett would be delighted to see such mastery of enchantments. Splattered blood is dried on the anvil's surface, crusting down the side. A light hammer lies on the floor nearby, covered in dried viscera. Ooh. Powdered crystal fragments crunch beneath your shoes as you cross the workshop. The light flickers as sparks leap from the fissures running along the cold forge. The metal track that holds the magnifying lenses above the forge has been crudely repaired, spot welded, and hammered back into place. To the left of the forge, a collection of forged weapons wrapped in a tapestry lay ready for transport. Now, there's a set of actions there, but first of all, most importantly, a free one, and that is level up. Let's see what we have here. It says, whenever you're done investigating the room and are ready to level up, you can proceed to Gear Up Adventurer. Oh, I see. So we can do these other things first. We do not have an unenchanted weapon, so we can't do that. So it would have to be History, Investigation, or Perception. And once we're done with that, then we can go and actually level ourselves up. So, let's see. That gives us a choice of History. So we're making this vote so we can get to the level up part. History, which is DC 15. I think I remember something about this place. That would be Wisdom. That's +1. Investigation, I'll see if anything useful has been left behind. That is also DC 15, but that would be a flat roll. We do not have a plus for that. Or Perception, I'll take a look around. And again, that is also DC 15. We have a +1 to that as well. So $ vote space 1 if you want to do a history check. That's +1. $vote space 2 if you want to do investigation. That's DC 15, but we do not have any bonuses to that. And $vote space 3 perception. That is a +1 as well. So history and perception are both +1. So go ahead and get your votes in. And then this will lead us to, after we decide which one of those we're doing, that will then lead us to the, that'll lead us to the whatchamacallit, the leveling up, which will be good for Tari, I promise, because it'll give details about whether we were right in picking what we did. Okay, okay, so we got 1 vote for history. Who else wants to get their votes in? $vote space 1 for history, 2 for investigation, 3 for perception. Again, they're all DC 15. We have pluses to history and plus to perception. All right. 2 votes for history. Any others? I'm going to move this along fast because I want to make sure we get through this so we have enough time for nominations. Going once. Going twice. Okay. History it is. So we're looking at D20 +1. This will be your last roll of the night, I suspect, Triffid. Well, there was going to be a time where you weren't going to get a roll right. That's all right. You've been. Oh wait, not a 5. Yeah, you need to do a D20, right? No, that you rolled a. Did you roll a 5? Oh, you did roll. That is correct, right? You rolled a D20 +1. Yeah, you rolled a 5. That happens. Failure says Lord Barrett and brother. What does that say? Spoke of light weaving during a visit once, full of good food and ale. Lord Barrett pontificated at length on the subject. Unfortunately, you were unable to recall any details. Oh well, that's fine. It happens, so we don't remember. All right, so Gear Up Adventurers. So this is where we're going to end, but we're going to make our choice here, and then Tari will know that for next time. So, Gear Up Adventurer. In the workshop, seeing and touching the weapons and the armor, you have a strange sensation of a fog being lifted from your memory. You begin to recall your party, your life, and how you came to be here. You remember who you are. The fog lifts and you remember. It's as if you've just woken from a dream. The fog lifts and you feel like yourself again. You remember how you came to join with Lord Barrett's party and some of the details of why you're here. But most importantly, you begin to feel memories of your training and capabilities. Perhaps I wouldn't have investigated the fate of these poor gnomes or learned what I had if I had woken with my memory. It's time to gear up and prepare to return to the battle. You don't have time for a full long rest, but you'll have some new abilities, weapons, and armor to work with. Once you've remembered your class, you can continue to investigate the Gnomish Temple to gather more supplies and resources, or you can start looking for a way out. All right, chat, here are our choices. Fighter. We would be, if we chose this, touching your insignia, Squire of Lord Barrett, in service to become a Knight of the Realm, sent to support his efforts against a new evil. So we could be a fighter. We do, however, have a strength of 8. So I'm just saying. We could be a paladin, picking up a weapon you recall your oath. For the holy orders, I was sent with Paladin Hammerfeld to undo the great evil released into the land. Again, that's cool, except I refer you again to the fact that we have a strength of 8. Just saying. Thirdly, a rogue, picking up a dagger. You remember how you came to be in service of Lord Barrett and how much he needs you. Without a streetwise rascal like myself, they'd be lost. That would be a rogue. We do have a very high dexterity, so that would certainly match. And it also kind of matches with how we've been playing so far. So there's that. And the fourth choice is a symbol on a book catches your eye. I know that symbol. I saw it time and again in the piles I was made to study. It's a book of magic. That is if we want to be a wizard. And right now we have a 10 for intelligence. So fighter, paladin are both 8s, like for our main score. Wizard is 10. And then we have rogue, where we have a dex of 15. So what's it going to be, chat? $vote space 1 means we touch our insignia and become a fighter. $vote space 2 means we pick up a weapon and become, recall our oath and become a paladin. $vote space 3 means we pick up a dagger and we become a rogue. $vote space 4 means we look at that book and we become a wizard. What
so
do
we
we
don't
think?
get to stay a bard?
Well, I guess we'd be a bard. It looks like we have a choice of 4, so I guess not. But a bard would be closest to a rogue, so you could be a singing wizard or a singing rogue.
Wow.
Could easily do that. Dance to the king, dance to the king. Digging this music. All right, so far we have 1 vote for rogue, 1 vote for wizard. So as a reminder, we have a 15 dex, we have a 10 intelligence, if that matters to folks. $vote space 1 is fighter, $vote space 2 is paladin. Those are both for strength of 8, so I don't know about that. $vote space 3 for rogue is a dex of 15. $vote space 4 for wizard is an intelligence of 10. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Okay, I'm going to last call this. Gear up. All right. You try hard, you too can become a wizard. I'm sure. You're a wizard, Harry. I'm sure that would be the attempt. All right, going once. Going twice. Sorry, nonstop. Have to be next time. All right, we have chosen to be a rogue. I saved them from betrayal, and I can save them from this demon. So, Tari, this is just so you know what the rogue is. We have a bardish rogue. You were trained as a spy and a lookout. You were welcomed into the West Side Wraiths. Ooh, that's a good name. With open arms and big smiles, but they made you steal. At first only from the wealthy, only from evil people who preyed on the elderly, only from bad men. Then the targets changed. The scores got bigger while the targets were less deserving. But you did your job and reaped the benefits. An easy life. When Master Gedrick called to meet with you, you knew you were ready for the big time. This would make you a true rogue. Stripped of all your ill-gotten gains through a series of contacts, you became apprentice to Barrett and Hammerfeld. You had a simple job. Play the part of the apprentice for 6 months, live in comfort, and gain their trust. Then, on the night of the harvest moon, you would leave a gate unlocked. You left the gate unlocked, but you stood shoulder to shoulder with Lord Barrett, Paladin Hammerfeld, Tinker Erland, and Cleric Amaranth. Ah, so she's a cleric, so we know a little bit about that, Tari. The Thieves' Guild didn't stand a chance. Cleric Amaranth. You were suddenly reminded of her blank stare, no light in her eyes. Oh no, something happened to Cleric Amaranth! We don't know what it is, though. All right, so it means that we will be able to set our hit points. We'll be able to level up there. We'll be skilled with Thieves' Tools, although we don't have any to use. We'll have +2 proficiency bonus. We already had that. Thieves can't. Proficient in Dex and Intelligence saving throws. We'll choose 4 skills. We'll be able to do more. Then we'll be able to get expertise to double our proficiency bonus and have a sneak attack. We have armor. We have weapons, etc., etc. So when we start next time, we will basically be gearing up to be a rogue. And we will be also level 2. Next time, level up to 2.
I don't really understand. Why did we get to choose a starting class just now to have it like overridden?
I know. I guess, I don't know. It's a good question. But we didn't really choose a starting class entirely. We chose a background, remember? So,
oh, right.
And 2024 rules do that in a way. They don't like, I mean, there's a lot of focus on background. So we chose entertainer, but we were a rogue. I think it fits. I don't think it's weird, you know, like I agree with you about being a bard, but being a roguish entertainer is not.
I just had it
super
filed
wild.
as like, oh, our class that we chose in the beginning was bard.
Yeah.
But I guess not.
Nope, entertainer. I think we were imagining it as a bard though, like imagining her that way. But all right, so that is what we're going to be doing next time, chat. When we get to this, very cool though. Now that we actually know who we are in this strange place, and we were sent to investigate these gnomes and find out what happened to them, and that's going to be our job. We will discover what has happened next time. All right. Well, Tari, do you want to show the lovely folks what we have? Do you want to work from the beginning, I guess? So, a scald. Yeah, exactly. No, stop.
So this was our character design, which I did last session, but still, since nothing else happened in that session.
And now we know she's a rogue who stood with the right people. Yeah.
Yes.
Annotate.
Yes, the beginning of our adventure, just
huh?
waking up, being very confused.
and we know why now. By the way, Terry, I love that cave. It's very like less is more. It's atmospheric without being over detailed. I mean, it's detail. I like the details that are here. It's good. It's charming. I like it.
Thank you. Yes, the map that we abandoned. Never mind that one.
I love that too. The glint off the hook is really awesome too. By the way, off of the thing. So yes, that was the strange mining implement. Did you hear about the Viking bard? Those vicious with her insults. She had a scalding tongue. Nice.
Oh,
outstanding work. I don't want you to harp on that though. All right, Prince Justin. Like you just string us along with these jokes. Anyway, that's awesome, Tari. I love that one.
Well, then that one. I didn't do that many today.
Based on the memory of her remembering Amaranth, who I guess was a cleric, and I guess something happened to her. Now we're going to find out.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I've tried to frame this at like a stereotypical dead wife memory from corny movies.
Yes.
Yes.
With the halo in the background almost. Like.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And I noticed that you covered it so that we don't really see too much of the face, just the hat. Covering the eyes.
Yeah, because we don't know anything about her.
I love it. No, I know.
Now
it's very
we know,
clever.
but like that's like after I finished the drawing.
It was very clever. She takes off her hat, full cleric. Suddenly, just cleric.
Yes.
I'm going to be drummed out of chat now. Very nice, Justin. I can see what you did there. Very good stuff today, Tari. This was fun, and now we know more of what I like the way this is set up, though. I know it's a little weird from a drawing point of view, but it is cool that we're getting these little bits and pieces of information coming in so that now we actually have a sense of who we are. And so, I mean, listen, if Triffid continues to roll like this, I mean, we probably can just dominate the whole game book, I would assume. I mean, like, should be no problem at all.
I'm just like waiting for the shoe to drop it. This is like actually an unofficial sequel to Planescape Torment.
Yes.
I'm
gone.
It's like we are just playing one of the many incarnations of the nameless one. Right.
Well, if Mort comes if we see a flying skull floating around, we're gonna we're gonna be in trouble. But this was great. Tari, as always, it was a pleasure. We're gonna see you next week for Beowulf, of course.
Yes.
But besides that, anywhere you want to note for people to check you out, other than let me see if I can do it. Yes, there it is. Other than there,
hey, you did it!
Yay, all the TariToons.
No, that's like all the places. It's like my website, which is just my Tumblr, basically. Then on Kara and on Blue Sky, which is where I occasionally post my art. Like the past week, I've been like a bit on a duck thing.
Okay.
So some duck art, Disney duck art.
That seems appropriate for something we might be doing soon.
Well, that's why I've been like, like while I was sick, I was just rewatching the DuckTales reboot, and also on the side I've been reading the Dutch comic that comes out every week, Donald Duck comic.
Very cool.
Yes,
we have
to practice my Dutch.
Yeah,
actually. So, and yeah, just like I'm having like, a duck moment in my brain.
We chat just for a note. We made this sort of announcement by accident a couple of weeks ago, which was my fault. But we have a new campaign coming up in January, not just from Prince Justin. We have a new campaign that I will be running in the new year, and it will feature TariToons. I have 2 other players now that I have that are set. I will have to let you know. I think I've told you both of them, Tari, but I'll tell you off stream as well. And I need to find one more.
Told me about one.
I need to find one. Okay, so there's a second one for sure, and I need to find one more person.
Nice.
And then we'll have our complement of 4 that I would like. This is going to be a European-friendly campaign. Yes.
Super looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. I am too. It's going to be awesome.
But before we can start that, we need to finish.
We need to finish Beowulf, which is why we're going to be here next week with that. That's right. But in the meantime, we will have more gamebook illustration stuff as well coming next month. So, chat, can we get some love for the amazing and awesome TariToons, who is awesome at art and many other things. So thank you, Tari. Great stuff today. And yeah, I am excited to learn more about Amaranth, not the hot tub one, next month. When we get to that.
Oh boy. Okay, thank you for having me.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Toodaloo.
All righty. So that is going to be that. I am excited for that. It's going to be good to get more of this out there. So now we are not quite done ourselves, chat. I'm going to turn off the soundtrack, which was fun. We're not quite done because I did save this, didn't I? I think I did. Let me just save that again, just in case. Yes. All right. Now I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of these things because we have a poll that we have to do about what game I'm going to play in 2 weeks. So this is the Patreon-fueled chat chosen game of the month. Let me pop up our polls thing. There we are. All right, chat. What game should I play? What game should Arv play? We've had a run of very good suggestions. Very good suggestions. So what have we got, chat? Okay, Kathy Rain 2, Soothsayer. Other nominations, Tiny Bookstore. I think I've heard of this one. Did you nominate this before, Nonstop? Was that where I heard it from? I think it might have been. Because I think I remember seeing this before. So Tiny Bookstore. Other games that you'd like me to choose. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. So Tiny Bookstore. Other choices. And again, as a reminder, I reserve the right to veto if there's anyone that I don't really want. But Dispatch. I've heard of Dispatch. Superhero Dispatcher game. Good choice, good choice. Yes. I think I remember you mentioning you wanted to nominate it too, Triffin. All right, Dispatch. What else? Kathy Rain 2, Soothsayer, Tiny Bookstore, Dispatch. Dorf Romantic. Yep. You were going to nominate Dispatch as well? All right. Kathy Rain 2, Soothsayer, Tiny Bookstore, Dispatch, Dorf Romantic. All right. Anyone else? The last couple have been excellent. Sword of the Sea was good. Far Alone Sales was really good. Sword of the Sea, I'm going to have to finish in one of those, like, in between. I'm not sure what to play today, so I'm going to play this for, and finish it up because I think I got another 1 to 2 sessions of that. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Because then we're going to open this up and the top 3 vote getters. I don't want to wait 9 years it took for Kathy Rain 2 for Kathy Rain for Arvin to try the sequel. Did it take 9 years? Was it that long? I didn't remember that you tried that often or that long to get it. Okay. Let's open it up. All right, chat. So the top 3 vote getters will go into the final vote category for which I will close by next week, and then we'll finish up the following month. which will be played the following week. I beg your pardon. So please get your votes in. $vote space 1 for Kathy Rain 2, $vote space 2 for Tiny Bookstore, $vote space 3 for Dispatch, $vote space 4 for Dorfromantic. Please get in your votes now for the game you would like to see me play. We will take the top 3 vote getters. I guess if there's 2 that clearly surge into the lead, then I'll take the top 2. But otherwise, I'm going to take the top 3. And I don't think we've actually had a game that someone really wanted me to play that hasn't eventually been chosen. Like, it sometimes takes it. One person, one vote, yes. That is the way it goes. Oh, it's Tiny Book. I know. That one time nonstop. My bottom game of the year. No, actually, I don't think it was my bottom game of the year. I think it actually was not that low. Because again, my problem was never that it was like a terrible game. It was just my thing about wizardry games. Tiny Bookshop. Okay, Tiny Bookshop. Hold me closer, Tiny Bookshop. Okay. Kathy Rain 2. So right now, it looks like Dispatch, Tiny Bookshop, and Kathy Rain 2 are what we're looking at right now. Dispatch, Tiny Bookshop, and Kathy Rain 2. I'm going to last call this. As of right now, that's what's going to show up in the final. Dispatch, Tiny Bookshop, and Kathy Rain 2. Going once. Going twice. Okay, so that's it. So there we go. Those are the 3 choices, chat. We're going to be voting between Tiny Bookshop. This, again, we're going to post this up. The wonderful mods are going to post this under a linked thing. So for next game, so that will be Tiny Bookshop, Dispatch, and Kathy Rain 2 Soothsayer. Those are the 3 choices. You will have until next week to get your votes in there. Thank you, Echo, as always, much appreciated. You'll be able to get your votes in there, and then the winner of that will be closed down after next week, and I will play that the week after on the 25th, I believe it is, Thanksgiving week in the States. And we will be, we'll be playing that game, whatever that happens to be, whatever the decision of chat happens to be. Okay, so we're going to link that up with next game. All right, chat. So that is going to do it for me for today here. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that because I'm going to be back here tonight. That's going to do it for this second, but it's not going to do it for me streaming overall. Not even close, because next up is GogCom. I will be over there at 4 p.m. Eastern, and I will be streaming the Pen and Pixels, and I will be streaming Strange Antiquities. Had a lot of fun with this last time. Thank you, Triffid. Thank you to Echo and to Triffid for managing that. So I will be doing that, and I'm very excited about that. The Strange Antiquities had a really good time with this. So I'm going to be playing that at 4 p.m. Then I will be back on my own channel, on this channel tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, with the amazing Our Vocalists, fully voicing the game known as Citizen Sleeper 2. It's a very cool game with some very cool characters, and it's very much worth checking out if you have not done so already. So that's happening also. And then I believe tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken, we have got Community D&D with the Shadow Crew again, with Shadowed and Drew and Tilted and Yoy and Hoodie. That's all happening tomorrow. And then Thursday night, I will be back for, I believe Thursday night I've got geared up. Thursday night, I believe what I've got geared up is Final Fantasy Tactics. which I am super excited for to continue to play that amazing game. So that's what we got going on. But right now, I got to go over and get ready for my stream on GOG and also check on my daughter. So if you like what you saw and heard today, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube at !ArvTube. Subscribe to me over there. It's free for you to do that. Really does help us out. You get access to other content besides just what you see on Twitch. Discord is !ArvCord. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Blue Sky, !ArvSky. Please join me over there. That is always appreciated as well. And the website for this, arvanelleron.com. Financially, !ArvShop. That's the merchandise area. You can get cool swag from the channel for yourself and also support the channel at the same time. Patreon is right there, !ArvTreon. We're trying to get that up to triple digits, so please consider supporting us there. Again, you can get cool stuff for yourself and cool stuff for the channel. Subbing to the channel is always appreciated. You get those custom sub badges and emotes too here, there, and everywhere across Twitch, so please do that. On the publishing front, Grayshade is, Icarus is my graphic novel from Athos Arts. Library is my Tales and Tomes, the Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And Grayshade, some big news about that today. Grayshade, Renegade and Heretic, the Athos Arts published trilogy, the Grey Assassin trilogy, award-winning, critically acclaimed. You can find that at that link. You can also get the first audiobook of Grayshade from our very own Trent Sparks. The second one, Renegade, should be out very soon. It's already finished so it just needs to be posted. So pretty soon we will have Renegade going up there, and then we've got Heretic, which is going to be going up in not too long from now, which Trent is starting to work on now. That's the final book in the series that will be made into audio form. So for all of you audiobook fans, check that out. And don't forget to pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Grayshade, which is kind of a mix of Dungeons & Dragons and Blades in the Dark, might be the way that I would describe it. The designer of said game, our very own Brandon O'Brien, is going to be at PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia demoing this game, and I'm going to be joining him to do that on Sunday as well. So you're going to have a chance to see us hanging out and demoing Grayshade. It's going to be a good time, and I'm excited for that. So you can pre-order that coming out from Alligator Alley at that Grayshade link as well. And as always, BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And Ukraine, Ukraine, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message we'll do so for others in that situation in the future. Thank you today to my wonderful mods. Thank you to Prince Justin. Thank you to Shattermage. Shatter, thanks so much for the 10 gift subs as well. I appreciate that so much. Thank you to Triffity Mats for being awesome as always. Thank you to the best mods in the business. See you over on GOG, Echo. Thank you to my wonderful Patreon supporters and subscribers. Thank you to Prince Justin, Shattermage, Triffity Mats, Nonstop, Tilted Gaming, Echo Alpha, and Imaginary Exponent. Again, thank you for that gift sub pack to Shattermage. And thank you to my viewers. Thank you so much to Airmaster, to Amiga Cami, to the Anonymous Gifter, of course, one of my favorite people. Thank you to Babylon Zool. Thank you to Big Boss. Hey, Big Boss. Thank you to Dark Sinner. Thank you to Darthelwood. Thank you to Darth Valandra. Thank you to David Alexander, to Dr. Hubs, to Draconic Dude. Thank you to Galara Dragon, to Galen, to Gonk the Potato. Thank you to I'm a Cat, Jagtris, Cav K. Thank you to Live Suing. Hey, Live. Thank you to Mr. Tinderly. Thank you to Nostalgic Rhino, of course. Thank you to Retro. Thank you to Rush Pirate. Thank you to Sakira, to Surfins, to Tama Sonabaka. Thank you to Techir Tandagasa. Thank you to Vu Guinan. Thank you to Yerazil. And special thanks today to Board Game Heaven for the raid. I really appreciate that. And thanks, of course, as always, to my friend TariToons for her amazing work in illustration. And again, you'll see Tari again next week when you'll be there for watching as we play some more Beowulf Age of Heroes. All right, I got to go over to GOG and get prepped for that stream. I will see you folks over there for Strange Antiquities and Pen and Pixels, and then I'll see you right back here at 9 p.m. Eastern for the R Vocalists with streaming Citizen Sleeper 2. That's going to do it for now. Much love to all, and I'll see you folks in a little bit over on GOG.com. Until then, everyone, please be good to each other, and have a good afternoon. Honk.